Cookie dough is
All right. Well, I fucking started up quick. All right, let's pop that out. Pin that to the top of the thing. All right. Snoogie Snacks. Finally get to watch you live. We're going to give this a minute to boot up, guys. We have people that are running a little bit behind. Somebody that may not make it to the game tonight. Today's a shit show. Welcome to the shit show. Oh. You guys want to, who wants to try to recap last session? Oh, it's actually live on D&D too, or on YouTube also. Maybe I should minimize this chat and put the other one up instead. Let's do that. Let's move this over here. Yeah. Dope. That did not do the thing. Do the thing.
Ellis, you want to recap?
It's been almost 2 weeks, and I didn't take notes, so this is going to be all from memory.
Run it.
We love it.
I'm coming off of a cold, so I'm very mucusy. I apologize, guys. Congested. So from what I can recall, we boarded the Albatross, and we started on our voyage towards this hurricane island. And at sea, we were boarded by pirates. We also started doing like tandem learning, right? Like taking turns together.
So you can share initiative.
Shared initiative. The captain of the Albatross, I don't recall his name, told us that if we were to be boarded by anybody to stand down, don't attack, and he was going to give a letter from the king that would grant us passage, safety, whatever. And our party members felt very strongly to, some of our party members felt very strongly to fuck that. And as the pirates approached, one of our team members shouted something very profane.
Oh, I'm going to get into that. I'm getting into that. That's not going to be overlooked.
All right. Fantastic. And shot an arrow, and I believe it was a chromatic orb.
Yep.
Combined over and like nearly killed like 2 people. Took like a lot of damage on that first hit. A lot of really badass fight scenes ensue. All of our characters do something really cool and Spy Kid worthy. My character at some point slithers on her belly to get across the boat to really like solidify the snake heritage.
Yep.
Prom is getting it. From what I recall, he is now on the other boat. Just messing it up.
We yeeted that motherfucker off the boat.
Yeah. And then, can I say things unbeknownst to our characters that we know out like metagame?
Sure. I mean, as long as it's not things that has not happened yet. Don't metagame storyline that you may or may not know that people don't know yet.
Someone died.
Oh yeah, that's not a metagame.
Okay.
Everybody knows that's how the last session ended, was with our character
Okay,
dying.
so Alora died. And that was... I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think that was gonna happen.
I didn't either. 3 death saves fails in a row. Like normally you'll get like 2 and 1 or 1 for 1. She was like fail. Fail. Fuck. Yeah, that was rough.
And she's in a crow's nest. So none of our characters know that she's dead up there yet.
Yep.
I believe we've taken everyone, from my recollection, we have taken everybody down on our ship, but we still have people on the pirate ship coming towards us.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to take over because I want to touch on a couple things before I get into the cinematic thing that I've written out.
I'm going to get more cookie dough.
Okay. For everybody that is watching on Twitch right now, thank you for being here. We are streaming for the first time live on our YouTube channel as well, the To Be Better Life account. I think that somebody could probably put that in a chat somewhere. I'm not going to do that while I'm working on this. Part of what we're doing by going live on YouTube is we wanted to be able to make it interactive so that you guys can come in to watch the game and ultimately affect the environment that the players are playing in. And we have created this document, which you should be able to see in the top right-hand corner that says Super Chat Interact. And there are things that you can do while the characters are playing that you could influence the game, whether it be advantage on a roll, disadvantage on a roll. If they're doing something and you've got a great idea that they're not thinking about that you would like to see them do, you can fucking send a message via super chat. And then if you guys really want to get crazy, you can cast 5th level spells in game or bump stats. And then, you know, you can buy a feat for a player, however you guys want to do that. It's just a cool way for you guys to be able to do shit. I got to be honest, in all of this, I don't expect anyone to actually use any of the super chats. If you do, that's super dope, but I just think it's a fun way to get you guys to interact. So shout out to Alora Shield Maiden, who is currently in the chat on Twitch. Although your character's dead, we're glad you're here. I apologize for what Ellis is going to do to your character tonight. All right, so as soon as she gets back, we'll jump right in. I'm gonna wait on Peaches to get down here and sit down so I can read this little dialogue thing I got. Jenny said I'm not a mod here. Hold on, let me go over to YouTube and fix that.
I don't think anybody's a mod there. We've never gone live on this account.
Nope, this is the first time. Definitely need to correct the mod issue, don't I?
Yeah.
Home. All right, showing we're live. All
I don't
right.
think anybody's a mod there. We've never gone live on this account.
Nope, this is the first time. Oh, we gotta mute that. I definitely don't want to hear me talking through my computer screen. Add as a moderator. Boom. Super chat thing should be down on the bottom. It's on. Yeah, you can send them. They're on. Zach, can you comment on there so that I can also make you a mod on that, please?
I did.
It's not showing you on there. It's I don't see your chat. Shield Maiden, I can jump over there if you need me to. Oh, there we go. There's Zach. I mean, if you want to mod, any of our normal mods, if you guys would like to jump in over here and moderate the life account, that would be super gangster. All right. So, in our last session, our group of adventurers finally made it into the open sea. You guys spent weeks setting sail for Stormhaven. The endless ocean stretched out around them, quiet and calm, salty air, a constant companion. Days started blurring into night as you sailed under clear skies, the gentle rocking of the ship lulling them into a sense of peace. Nothing but the occasional seabird and distant pod of whales interrupted their tranquil journey to this point. But after weeks of uneventful travel, the routine was suddenly shattered. It was late afternoon when the call went out from the crow's nest, "Ship on the horizon!" The adventurers rushed to the deck, their eyes narrowing as they spotted the silhouette of a vessel in the distance. The dark sails and jagged outline of a ship were unmistakable. It was definitely a pirate ship. Captain Kane, a grizzled old sailor with more years at sea than many men could count, emerged from his cabin, his face usually stoic, his now etched with concern. "Pirates," he growled. "I knew this might happen." Kane hesitated, then sighed heavily. "I've been given orders by the Crown, if we encounter pirates, we're to let them board without a fight. I have a document sealed by the Crown, meant to ensure our safe passage. When we hand it over, they will leave us be." The adventurers exchanged uncertain glances. Much discussion was had about letting pirates board without resistance. It went against every instinct that they had. Alora said. We're just supposed to trust that they'll take the document and leave? Her hand crackling with a faint trace of magical energy ready to be unleashed at a moment's notice. Captain King nodded. These pirates are part of an arrangement. They don't want our lives or cargo, just the document. We fight, and if we fight, we risk everything. Azula's hands clenched around the handle of her great axe. I don't like it, she muttered. Pirates can't be trusted. But Ellis, trying not ever be the voice of chaotic reason, trying to see both sides, said, if the king's orders, maybe we should listen. Yet doubt lingered in their hearts. The pirate ship drew closer, its crew visible now, ragged, brutal-looking men, armed to the teeth, ready for bloodshed. Their captain calling out, prepare to be boarded. The adventurers had a choice to make. Alora's voice cut through the silence. Fuck you. Captain Kane shook his head, made his way below deck. The decision had been made. The pirates threw their grappling hooks onto the ship. Alora acted first. With a practiced movement, she knocked an arrow. Drogo assisting her with a chromatic orb. She loosed the arrow, and with a spiral of magical energy around the arrow, it hit a sailor and exploded. Screams echoed across the water as pirates scrambled to respond. The battle begun. Pirates leapt onto the deck, swords clashing with steel, magic lighting up the night. Crom and Azula become a force of nature, their weapons cleaving through pirates with savage strength. Poppy sending bolts of magic across ships. Ellis finds her way to the first mates and hit him with a devastating inflict wounds, and then promptly looks for teeth. While Alora and Drogo rained down arrows of arcane devastation, the pirates were relentless, and for every one they cut down, another seemed to take their place. Then amidst the fray, a pirate wizard responded to the deck of the other ship. A volley of acid arrows made its way to Alora. Her position in the crow's nest, one of advantage and line of sight, became a problem quickly. Too far away from healing spells, too far away to get to be able to be helped. She's stuck, knocked unconscious. As she lay there obstructed from view, her blood pooling beneath her, the chaos of battle swirled around her, but in the moment, time seemed to stop. The sounds of fighting became distant echoes, the world dimming as her strength faded, bleeding out. And then she fails 3 death saves in a row, and we lose our first character in this campaign. The adventurers fought on, unaware of their friend's fate. Silence falls over the deck, the adventurers standing there panting, weapons drawn, as the reality of their choices set in. They won the battle, but at what cost? Okay. So as we are still in initiative, we are still in combat, guys. So I have initiative count. Then we'll just pick right back up at the top of the initiative. Alora is currently unconscious, dead. Nobody knows that yet. Where's my tab? There we go. Drogo hears sounds coming from the other ship. And in hearing the sounds, he decides he's going to try to, as quickly as he can, make his way over to the other ship to eliminate and continue the throw of battle and the excitement that he's doing. He's not trying to be stealthy, but I do need perception checks from the 3 of you who are currently here to see if you guys see what's about to happen.
It's a D20, right?
It's a perception check.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
13.
14.
Damn. 5.
Okay. So you guys are aware that there are still people on the other ship. I'm going to go ahead and pass things over to you to figure out what you guys would like to do in the moment. Keeping in mind there are still an initiative, so we are going to start with Ellis. Since Poppy is higher than you in rotation, she's not currently here. What would you like to do? Chew quickly, woman. Chew quickly.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't think it's me.
It's funny.
Okay, so are we picking up where we left off in the game?
We are currently, you guys just finished eliminating the threats that are on deck. Drogo rushed over to the other ship. Zach's character is currently on the other ship because he went over there and knocked out somebody at the very end of battle. But you are on the ship. I might be able to pull up the map from the game before. I'm not going to promise that I can do that, but I'm going to try. How about that?
Is Azula near me?
Hang on.
Right, we finished a dude together, right?
Yeah, you guys. I think you guys ended up like 10 feet apart.
This is either going to work really well or it's going to be super obnoxious and loud, and I apologize. I didn't think to open this back up because I didn't think you guys were going to need a map. Load, bitch.
I'm trying.
Do we have any lights that we can clip to our computers?
Uh,
Or like the little desk light?
Not that we
They
could
look dark.
clip to the computers, no. Mid deck. All right, that's where we ended up. Okay, so I can minimize this. Go back to combat. Are you able to see the map from over there, babe, on Twitch?
Yeah.
You and Azula are standing right next to each other.
Okay, well, my health is low, so I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing
Okay.
at second level. It has a 30-foot reach. And it says up to 6 creatures of our choice that we can see within range regain hit points equal to a 2d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, which is +4.
Okay.
Wait. Okay, wait, so I'm double class.
I'm gonna have to get up
So
and
is
walk
it
over
plus-
there, and I.
So is it these two combined for my modifier, or do I have to pick one as what I'm casting? Okay, so... Okay, so it would be a +4. So it would be a 2d8 +4.
2d8. Are you gonna roll on your fancy dice, or are you gonna roll on the D&D Beyond?
Oh, my fancy dice is... I'll do D&D Beyond. So 2d8, which is 12 + 4, 16.
Okay. So who
So,
are you healing for 16? I know you said you'll get healed.
Azula.
Okay.
Azula, who's next to me. I mean, and then anybody else who's within a 13-foot range.
It's just the two of you that's in 13 feet. Oh, that's such a weird
I mean,
thing. Don't you
30
mean 30? Right, okay.
30 feet, yeah. I'm trying to do math, and I just clicked up to the number 13.
Okay, so he's gone. I can just remove him from this. Remove her from this. This is the... Okay. Okay, so you go ahead and you cast your healing. You heal the two of them. The two of you and Azula, for 16 points. The next, is there anything else that you would like to do? Do you like to use any of your movement speed, a bonus action?
Okay, so I do want to take a look at my surroundings. So I heal us. I'm up to full hit. And then... How far is the ship from me? If I have a walking speed of 30 feet. So if I were to jump into the ship just straight across from where I'm at and just get it.
You wouldn't be able to just jump over there. You would have to, imagine there's planks over here that you would have to cross. It would put you on the plank at the end of your turn. So if you wanted to move 20 feet and get you right on the edge of the ship on your next turn, you'd be able to walk over to the other side.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so we'll just put you right on the edge of the ship. Azula, you're next to act. What would you like to do, Carrie?
I guess I'll go over to the other ship.
Can you move the microphone so that you're not hidden in the corner of the screen over there? Because there we go. You just completely hid yourself behind your character's face.
Oh, okay, I see it. I'm like, where? Oh, I'm like, okay.
So you're gonna go to the corner as well so that you can board on the next time, or are you wanting to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you just use your movement, you can use your action to dash, which would put you on the other ship.
Okay.
Because you're not casting a spell or attacking anything. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That would definitely put you on the other ship. So we're just going to stick you right over here in the water like I did with Zach. So you're on the other ship. Jenny said that she's going to do the same thing. That is Everyone, whoops. There we go. All right. All right, I have to go back to my... Nope, we're going to leave this screen. Hang on. Don't want you guys to see my cheat sheets. I got to look like a professional over here. All right. So Drogo's character makes his way onto the other ship as well and makes his way down below. He feels the ship rocking gently beneath his feet. Deck is completely bathed in shadow at this point, and the distant creak of wood and rhythmic slap of water against the hulls muffled to the faintest of sounds. This is ideal for a predator that's stalking its prey. Drogo, making his way down below, hears voices of people yelling commands, and he thinks that he hears footsteps. Behind him, silently through the gloom, are footfalls light as the evening mist, a form blending effortlessly into the ship's dark contours. She was upon him before he could react, emerging from the shadow like a wraith, her hand clamping his mouth shut with an iron grip. Drogo's eyes shot wide, his muscles tensing. The surprise held him still for a moment too long. And one swift, fluid motion, a dagger drove deep between his ribs, the blade sliding through flesh and sinew like a whisper that says, "Who's the fucking peasant now?" And his body falls lifeless to the floor. You guys don't see any of this, but I wanted to give that to the guy. I wanted them to be able to do that. So
You know what? I'm glad
I had
she
to
got
take
that
a,
moment.
I had to take a deep breath after that.
For the confusion.
So the top of the round, baby, you're there. Would you like to make it over to the other ship as well?
I want to take a moment and I want to look and see, like, what do I see on the deck over there? Because if I can hit them with a spell, I want to do that.
There's no one alive on the deck except for your party members.
All right, yeah, and I'm just gonna hop on over, and like as I'm climbing over, and it's just us alive. Oh. I don't know. I would imagine that we're covered in blood.
I mean, you guys are pretty fucking messy. I'm going to leave this ship thing up just so that we have ambience.
Okay. Ambiance is what I agree.
So we'll do that for now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like climb up onto this plank between the two ships and maybe struggle a little bit,
Okay.
and then get up there and pull a pristine white hanky out from somewhere in my garments and like start dabbing myself
Okay.
and look at Crom and be like, Crom, did you see all of that? Yes. Yeah. Teeth.
I'm gonna be honest. I was looking that way, and I'll I'll point to there's a wizard there with a not incredibly small hole through the middle of his body, and the captain with a rather large gaping hole in his neck.
I'm gonna take a corner of this rag and like wipe my eye and be like, where? What?
Yeah, and I'll take my my pike, and I'll just kind of nudge the big hole in the chest right there.
Right. You did that.
I mean, I like to think it was a team effort.
It's impeccable. The heart is right there. Just, I'm gonna like, can I like pluck it out?
You can try.
I want to try to pluck it out and just, what am I gonna roll?
I have no idea. No one's ever asked me if they can pluck somebody's heart out before.
That feels like a medicine check.
It does. Yeah, I think or survival or nature. I will take any of those three.
You said,
Can
okay,
I? Can
I'm gonna
I,
roll
like,
for survival.
bend down and try to help her?
Sure. I mean, you can give her advantage on the roll. Roll a d20. If you roll higher than a 10, she can have advantage.
13.
For him, not you, dingus.
A 12.
Okay, you have advantage, babe.
Okay, so can I keep that 13? Or should I just roll 2 again?
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
just roll
2
another
again.
one because you rolled the 13 first.
Okay. All right, that one's a 10.
Okay.
But it's a survival, so it's 13 and then 16.
What do you mean it's 13 and 16?
Plus,
You added her
plus the
bonus.
bonus of survival.
So it's a 13 plus 3 making it 16. I was like 13
Correct.
and 16 makes 29, babe. You're not there yet. I don't understand what you're doing. Okay, yeah, you can pluck the heart out. It's messy as shit. It's very Daenerys Targaryen as the giant gummy bear heart from the Game of Thrones.
But don't forget that one, the little blood thing.
The little.
You gotta cut it right there. Don't tear it. It's not gonna look that nice.
The artery.
Yeah, and I'll just like kind of take my dagger out and I'll just kind of give it a little saw.
Yes. Perfect. Beautifully done. This is just fantastic work, everybody. I hate that we did this, but I'm having fun. And I'm gonna pull out a jar and just kind of like put it into some liquids. And then put it back in my satchel.
Okay. All right. Next would have been Azula.
And you said we're the only living things on this boat at this point?
On the top of the ship, yes. You guys did hear screaming down below the deck.
Like, part of me wants to go, like, investigate.
Well, you can absolutely go down there.
All
It
right.
is your turn. So you make your way down onto the lower portion of this boat. As you guys, I forgot to add this little bit of information. As you guys board the deck, there are still areas of the deck that is smoldering from battle with the amount of magic and shit that was shot across. The top of the deck is pretty fucked up. As you descend into the bowels of the ship, the air gets very damp and stale. The corridors start to narrow, and it's lit only by the flicker of dying lanterns. The creaking of the ship echoes underneath of the hull. So, like, when you guys are on top, you hear the wood moving, but when you're underneath of it, you can hear it a lot. You find yourself down below, looking around. There is a giant iron door, and in front of the door is Drogo's lifeless body.
Oh wait, that's not me. Never mind, I'm still upstairs.
What would you like to do?
Process that, apparently. Shit. I'm gonna turn back and go get everybody else.
Okay. So you can make, with the movement that you used to get down there, seeing what you saw, and you can use your movement to get right back up. It'll put you right back on the deck, so you can go back up and call to everyone and let them know that you just saw Drogo's body down below. And then that puts Crom next to Act.
You said I saw there's like smoldering parts of the ship.
There are, yeah, there's still areas from all of the shit that was cast between ships that is damaged. It's not like major fires or anything, but there's definitely pieces of wood that is steaming, some charred areas. Like, you could tell that there was a wizard battle. There was some magical conflict.
Okay. I'm gonna go to whatever area looks worse and the worst, and see if I can. I just want to make sure the ship doesn't catch on fire.
Okay, make an investigation check. So just be a quick sweep through.
18.
Yeah, you can ascertain that this ship is definitely damaged, but not to the point where it's going to catch fire or sink from what's done on the top of it. But it's going to need some repair if it's going to continue to go. Wood is compromised, but not ready to engulf itself in flames.
Okay. Yeah. That I'm just kind of looking around.
Okay. Babe?
Well, I'm gonna go and look at Drogo's body.
Okay.
Where?
So same thing. You make your way to where Carrie's character is, to where Azula is. You walk down the stairs. You notice all the same things that I've already laid out, and you see Drogo's body lifeless on the boat, in front of the door. I don't think
What a
that even came
shame.
through the microphone, but I heard all of it.
No. Well, we've lost one of us. There's nobody around us. There's not an inkling. I want to investigate. I want to
Okay, make an investigation check.
see if I can deduce anything. 14.
Looking around, you're investigating Drogo specifically, correct?
Yeah, like,
Okay. You see his body laying there. There is a pool of darker colored blood underneath of him, and as you flip his body over, there is a very large wound that is probably 6 to 7 inches between his rib cage. Single poke, doesn't look like it was torn, doesn't look like any ribs were broken. You can stick your fingers in there perfect. It went right in, and this looked violent, but precise.
there's nothing I can do to bring this man. He is dead. He was a good man. Did things with us. Said things about us. Said things about others.
Is this a internal monologue, or are you saying this out loud?
I'm saying this out loud.
Okay, as you're talking to Azula and making your death speech, you hear people in the back of the ship coming through the doors screaming orders at each other.
I'm gonna come back for your teeth, dragon. That was his name?
Drogo.
Draco. I'll be back, Draco.
Damn, couldn't even remember his fucking name. His body's not even cold yet. That's so funny.
I wasn't mean to be dick like that, but now I feel like an asshole.
That shit's funny. I know it wasn't meant to be that way, but that was funny to me. Okay. Is that your turn then? You're just gonna investigate?
Is that my action? Would that take up my action?
I'll give the investigation as a bonus action. You can still do something if you'd like to do something.
I want to hide somewhere and see what these people are doing. See if they walk past us.
All right, make a stealth check. Let's see if we can find you in a shadow to hide your body.
11.
I mean, if you find a shadow and you think you're doing pretty good at hiding. So you find a nice little shadow and nestle up in there. You're just gonna sit there and wait?
You said they were coming up to the door, right?
Well, I said you heard yelling behind the door.
Oh, we heard yelling behind the door, not approaching.
Is that your turn?
No, now I'm processing because I thought I heard something different. Instead of, okay, can I take back that roll?
Yeah, you can retcon. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. I kind of want to like Call of Duty sneak this door open a little bit.
Okay, how would you like to do that?
So I'm gonna get down into like a squatting position,
Okay.
kind of like a crab,
Okay.
and I'm gonna place my body behind the bulk of the door and kind of like spooky finger grab it and like peek through.
Door's closed.
Right, I
You're
want
not
to
gonna
open
be
it.
able to
But
get, okay, you're not gonna be able to get your fingers behind it. As you push your body up
As I
against the
open it?
door is locked.
damn. In frustration, I jiggle it really hard. And then I look at Azula and go, "Do you want to kick this door open?"
Upon you jiggling the door really hard, trying to get it open, you hear men going, "They're breaching! They're breaching! Everybody take position!"
In response to them doing that, I just screech.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just do that.
Gonna stand there and screech.
All right. Well, she's gonna stand there and screech.
Well, I can't kick this door open.
I mean, you
I
could
can...
definitely kick the door. I don't know if you'd kick it open. A natural 20 would do the
All
job,
right.
but
Can I like roll something with it? A bonus?
I mean, you can make an unarmed strike. Carrie, you're gonna be next to go.
I don't know how to do an unarmed strike.
Sounds like a
Right.
good way to break a snake hand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to kick it.
Okay.
I've seen rogues do this.
You sound like a snake.
She is.
I'd hope so.
Oh yeah, that's right. Her character. Okay. Duh. Slow-mo.
I'm gonna look at my body and like question my origin.
All right, go ahead. Do your unarmed strike.
I don't know how to roll for that. I'm just rolling a 20.
And no, go to your character sheet, and then under attack action, it'll say unarmed strike. You can just click the button. Because you have to make an attack.
Oh. I got a nat 1.
You hurt your hand really fucking hard hitting this door.
No, I wanted to
Okay,
kick it.
you hurt your foot then.
Like flat foot.
You kick the door really fucking hard and your body moves backwards.
You've got a bad ankle now.
Yeah. Now your ankle's fucked up. You're gonna have to,
Now I'm at a disadvantage.
in real life and in game.
Bro! Carry me!
Oh, wrong button.
Kind of like Yzma. And what's his face?
That's funny.
Did you say Barisma?
No,
Yzma.
Yzma.
Oh, I don't get the
Wow.
reference.
Bronk.
Oh, the Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Okay, Azula, you're next to act. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm standing there witnessing this whole situation. I'm trying to think. I mean, at this point, the people behind the door obviously know we're there.
Correct.
I'm gonna assume. So I just kind of grab her and go, "Let's go," because now she's injured.
I'm not even gonna fight it. I'm gonna be thankful that I don't have to use my legs.
Yeah, I just kind of scoop. Let's go.
Okay, so are you going back up to the top of the ship?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Why? Yeah. Yes.
All right. So she grabs Ellis and drags her up to the top of the ship. Crom, what are you doing?
I heard my name get shouted. I'm gonna move towards that direction. I don't know how far I am from it.
Okay. I will say that you can make it down below the deck with where you're at. I'm going to try to pull up another map real quick. See if I can make this work. Probably should have done this before we played. I mean, not probably. I fucking should have done this before we... Yeah, that's a me problem.
You know, if you're having trouble staying awake, you can get yourself some 2B Better Brew.
Nice.
Solid.
I know I have a underbelly of the ship. I just gotta find it. You gotta be shitting me. Come on.
I shit you not. I find it rude if I shoot you.
Alright. Ship belly. There we go.
We're gonna have to have a long talk about just busting into rooms while you're by yourself.
Thoughts. I've seen it so many times, and I just felt. I screeched. Did you hear the screech? I felt powerful.
I heard something. I thought it might have been a small child with a broken toe or something.
That was after this screech was one of empowerment, I think. I don't.
I must have been
Everything
too
is
far away.
I understand.
It's not
Anyway.
your fault, really. You're a small creature. You have little lungs.
Yes.
Or big lungs? Is your whole body a stomach? Like a regular snake?
Yes, that would make sense. I do enjoy nachos.
Not
I do eat a lot.
nachos. I don't know what nachos are.
So I take chips and cheese, and then I warm it above a fire,
So
and the cheese melts perfectly onto the chips.
I don't know how well this is gonna work. I fucking am so unprepared. I am such a shitty fucking guy. I'm sorry, guys. This is not the way this was supposed to go down. All right, so I have the inside of the ship, which I'm apparently able to put like fog of war and shit over, but again, not prepared. So this is what you get. Krom, you run your way down. You find Drogo's body as Azula and Ellis are coming back up. You find yourself in front of a large steel door as well.
I don't know.
Do we need this open?
Yes. Tickets.
Can I make a either perception or investigation check to see how everybody's feeling?
Absolutely.
Do you want perception or investigation?
Whichever makes you feel better, man. I'm good with either one of those.
6.
Everybody looks to be feeling pretty good, except for Drogo, who's bleeding. He did.
Alright. Fuck it. I'll rage and kick the door down.
Okay. Let's see what you got with that
let me-
attack.
Hold on. Let me so I learned that when we activate our rage, you can't just click the button. You have to actually go into your traits. And click it as active, which is kind of dumb.
I agree.
It is kind of dumb.
Okay. Do you want to unarmed strike, strength check? What you want?
Well, I mean, are you going to just try it with your axe? You're going to try to kick the door down. This is a steel
I'm
door.
gonna try to kick
so-
the door down.
All right, let's get an unarmed strike. Let's see what it does.
Actually, you know what? We're gonna take a running jump and we're gonna try to shoulder it.
Okay, so we're going to body check the door.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what you got.
What do you want me to roll? Unarmed strike?
You can make a strength saving throw because you're going to be hurling your body at a steel door. And though you are rather large, breaking steel is not going to be plausible. However, breaking the door frame itself might be.
18.
I'm gonna screech as he winds up for this, just so you know, like in support of breaking things.
Oh shit, Jenny's so right. I have a battering.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I am the battering ram.
So you throw your body against this thing really fucking hard, and in doing so, you take 4 points of damage, half to 2 because you're raging. That definitely hurt your shoulder a little bit. It pushed the frame. You hear the wood creaking. You hear some splintering on the other side, but the door doesn't quite give. Would you like to use your battering ram?
Yeah. And yeah, I definitely like to try to use my battering ram.
That's funny.
Azula, can you help me with this?
Yes.
Okay. So it says I can use it to break down doors. I get a +4 bonus to the strength check. And one other character helping me gives me advantage.
Yep, have at it.
So, oh, that's not how you roll. So that is a 23.
Okay. I'm going to say that it takes you a couple of really hard swings with her also helping. You guys are using the battering ram and slamming it into the door, right? Every time you do it, you hear somebody else behind the door scream, they're coming, take position. You know, that kind of shit. It takes a few swings, but you are able to get the door open. In doing so, you find yourself staring down a very long hallway with multiple prison cells on each side of it.
Does the door open or does the frame break?
The frame broke.
Okay, so
like SWAT team kicked the door in. Door is still
Okay.
intact.
Can I pick up the door?
It is still attached to the wall on the other side. You can try to rage rip it off the fucking frame now that it's off there.
Yeah. That's what I want to try to do.
Okay. I will let you do that as a free action to see if you can get the door off, but that'll be your turn. If you want to make a strength check to see if you can rip the door off the hinges.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah,
11.
I'm going to say that that's not going to happen. You grab it and you start pulling and ripping and raging and screaming, but the side that you're pulling on wasn't hit by a battering ram like the other side was. So that will be his turn. Ellis, as you're looking down this doorway, now that it's the top of the round and it's to you, you see, like I said, multiple door cells working down the hallway. You see a couple lantern lights hanging up, and it looks like there's like bits of darkness in between lantern lights. So you see like darkness, light, darkness, light, darkness, light. And if you have dark vision, you can see through that darkness, but it goes from color to black and white to color to black and white. But you are able to see down there. And this grid of the belly of the ship thing is purely for a grid. Obviously, this is not what you guys are seeing. This is just the back of a ship.
Okay. How do I see if I have dark vision?
You do for 60 feet. So you're able to see pretty much all the way down the ship.
Okay. I'm just gonna start walking down this hallway.
Okay.
And are these solid doors into the prison cells, or are these like bars?
Okay, how far do you plan on moving? Are you going to do your full 30 feet of movement? Are you going to go 10 feet and look? Like, tell me what you're doing as you're walking down a hallway, because you do know that there are people down the hallway. You heard voices. You don't immediately see anyone in the vicinity. But you do have a long hallway that you can walk down. I really wish I had a map for this.
I want to look in every cell
Okay.
and see if anything in these cells catches my attention, whether it be a person or one of their knickknacks or their eyes.
Okay. So you're going to go to the first set of doors on the left and right is a cell. Are you looking on the left or are you looking on the right?
Let's look to the right.
Okay. Let's pull your character into the ship over here. That's not what I need. I need this. This needs to come over here. We're going to go ahead and pull you in. You said to the right?
Correct.
All right. I'm going to drop you right there. These grids are not going to be perfect, but they'll do. Last time I did this, I had to sit down and really like fuck with the map and like get the grids to line up properly. As you walk into the cell and you start looking, behind the main door that is actually open, a pirate jumps out and is going to try to grapple you from behind. I need you to make a strength check.
Okay. Strength. Okay, so I just... 3.
I rolled a 6. You're grappled, bitch.
Touching me.
Touching you, sweet Caroline. Fuck. Sorry, guys.
Okay, so I'm grappled. Can I like start kicking or something?
I mean, you can scream and make a commotion, but you are currently restrained.
Friends, companions, I I am taken. I am not strong. Help.
This is not a very convincing help, babe.
Try screeching.
Carrie, you're next.
I am scared. Was that better? Do you think they'll come and help me, pirate? Was that? Would you help me if I were your teammate? Was that convincing?
Carrie, it is your turn.
All right, I clearly hear what's happening, and I go and try to help.
Okay. You run in and see the back of a pirate holding on to Ellis as she's squirming, yelling for aid. What would you like to do?
I want to attack them.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll.
As she's doing that, I'm gonna start like trying to like smack the guy with my hand as he's grappling and be like, this is one of them, it worked, this is her.
Does it matter which weapon?
It depends on how you want to attack him. He is currently engaged with Ellis, so you have advantage on the attack.
I think I'm gonna make an unarmed strike. I'm just gonna punch him right in the back of the head.
Okay. Roll 2d20s and take the higher number. Add your modifiers.
So I roll
It's
one
an
more
18.
time.
Yeah, do one more. Ooh, a 24. Was that a natural 20?
I have no idea.
It was a natural 20.
Fancy.
All right, so go ahead and roll your damage. I have to actually pull up your character sheet.
And it's the little box right next to it, right?
Yes.
I think it's just 7 bludgeoning damage.
Unarmed strike says 3. She's not raging. It's 3 for her.
Okay.
So you're gonna do 6 points of damage as you punch this guy in the head, which hurts him, but not enough to kill him. Do you have anything else that you would like to do, Carrie? Because that's your attack. You have a bonus action. And you have movement you can use still.
Did it knock him off, or is he still attached?
He's gonna have to make a strength check on his turn. I would imagine he's not gonna do so hot because he's weak as fuck, but they'll contest at the beginning of her turn.
And what else did you say I could do?
You can bonus action or you can move. If you would like to make another unarmed strike, you can do that. You just can't use your modifiers.
I'm gonna try and do another unarmed strike.
All right, so just roll a d20 straight out. 9. That one does not hit. You hit him the first time, and Ellis starts squirming, trying to get away, and he's trying to hold on to her. And as you go to swing the second time, he moves and he just kind of grazes by his ear. You do not make contact on the second punch. Crom, you are next to act.
How far away are they?
They are literally through the door in the very first room on the right.
Okay. I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna stay 10 feet away, and I'm gonna swing with my pike to try to knock him down.
All right.
Or to get him to let go of Ellis. Oh, that's damage. Hold on.
That hits.
Ooh, so close.
He's only got 5
what
hit
was that
points.
damage?
I mean, I don't even think that you can hit him for less than that.
It was 11 points of damage.
Okay. So that drops the bandit. He falls limp. Ellis is no longer grappled.
Hate being touched. Which scream did you guys prefer? The high-pitched? Or just could you tell with my regular voice whether I was in distress?
That's funny.
Yeah, you seem to be able to tell on both times.
Yeah.
I preferred the screech personally.
Okay.
And I'll keep walking forward for the rest of my movement. I'm just kind of like glancing around.
Okay, are you going to stay in the cell or are you going back into the hallway?
Going back into the hallway.
Okay, so we'll put you over here.
Man, I want to take this guy's teeth.
Okay, so we are still technically in combat. As you guys know, there's still 5 people down here. So are you going to do this right now on your turn? You're going to try to kick his teeth out, or are you going to cut his gum line? I mean, are you going to do this right now, or do you want to continue looking?
I mean, are there people on us right now?
I mean, you're currently in a cell with Azula and a dead body.
Yeah, I wanna pry a few out.
Okay, that'll be your turn. You still get some movement, but you won't be able to interact with anything else. Go ahead and make a medicine check. Let's see how many teeth you can get.
9.
I'll give you 3. You almost got 4, but you broke it. Rotten pirate teeth.
All right.
They're not pearly whites.
That is okay.
Would you like to move out of the cell, or are you going to stay in there so you can search the cell like you originally came in to do on your next turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna shuffle through things and see if there's anything in here. Do I have to?
Okay, well, you'll have to do it on your next turn because your action was taking
Okay.
teeth. Azula, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go back out into the hallway with Crom.
Okay, that's 15 foot of movement. You still have 15 feet left. Would you like to go to the other cell? Would you like to go down the hallway? Would you like to scream and yell? You want to throw things? You still have...
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna want to look in the other cells, make
Okay.
sure there's no one else in there.
You walk into the cell to the left and take a look around. This cell is empty. I'm not even going to make you make an investigation with your passive perception. You can tell that there's no one in there. Crom, your next act.
I'm just going to keep walking down. I'm mostly just looking for threats.
Okay, so you're going to go until you see someone?
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25. I'll say that you get... The fuck is that?
It's Chinny.
Oh.
Harry Potter.
I'll say that you make it to about 25 feet and you make it two or three cells down and you hear movement in one of the cells. Give me a perception so that I can figure out which, if you can ascertain which cell it is without having to jump through and look.
9.
You're not sure which cell it came from. It happened right as you got there.
I'm just gonna walk to one of the options and look in with the rest of my movement. And with my bonus action, I'm still maintaining my reach.
Okay. I'll put you in the room on the right. Let's see. I'm going to roll. Evens, there's a guy in here. Odds, there is not.
Hey, babe.
Hey, woman.
How would you feel about me ordering a family platter of hash brown casserole from Cracker Barrel to eat while we do this?
I don't care. That was a 19, and because she said that, what she said, I don't remember if I said evens or odds. So I'm just going to say that the room is empty. Top of the round. Ellis, you're in the room. Would you like to make an investigation check to investigate the room? Is that what you were planning on doing on your turn?
Yeah, I want to look around the room and see if I find anything.
Make an investigation check.
That's an 18.
The room is got straw down. There is a really, really poor mattress in here that's got blood stains on it. You don't find any body parts other than the ones that you took from the dude that you guys just murdered. This is probably one of the least used cells in the ship.
Okay, I'll just continue on down the hallway.
All right, so get you back into the hall. Be 15 feet of movement. Get you to about right there. Azula, it is your turn.
I left off in the hallway, right?
You are in the cell across from them looking for other people.
I'm just gonna continue doing that, making sure and looking for threats. Kind of the same thing.
Okay. Nothing in that cell, you guys. You guys are now making your way down the hallway. Crom is in a room on the right. You guys are at a door. There's a door to the left and then further down, but Crom, it is your turn.
Seeing that this room's empty, I'm gonna go check the next option that it might be.
All right. Walking into the room, I'm going to get an attack of opportunity because he's going to jump out and try to get you. Probably not going to do a whole lot of good, but he's going to try anyways. That's going to be 7 to hit.
That's not gonna hit.
So you walk in this room and this dude jumps out and swings his sword, fully confident that he's going to wreck this motherfucker that just came in here, and then sees the size of you and panics and like kind of falters his swing. He's like, oh fuck. And then
By the way, Ellis, you have temporary HP for me. 2d6.
I'm confused.
You have 2 temporary HP.
you have 2 extra hit points. Temporary hit
Oh, dope.
points.
Okay.
It is your turn. The attack of opportunity missed.
Okay. I'm gonna look at him with a funny little look in my eye and a wry smile, and I'm gonna turn around and hit him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna reckless attack.
All right.
Can I see this?
Yes, because you guys are in the hallway standing. Basically, I want to stand up and talk to you so that I can fucking see you. I hate this.
I know.
You guys make it to the door and you're kind of looking to see what's going on, and Crom just comes fucking barreling out of the room into the other side like battle raged, ready to go. And then you hear a dude scream, and then panic fills his voice, and then Crom is gonna hit him.
I'm gonna
That's
smack Azula next to me and be like, I know that scream. I'm gonna shout, oh! So that guy knows that we know he's getting his ass beat.
A 21 to hit.
It hits. I wonder if you can one-shot this dude. You
That's
can.
17 points of damage.
You did. You one-shotted him. These guys only have 11 hit points. They're fucking pointless little minions. He did.
And then, oh, hold on. Is his body still like standing right after the attack?
Yeah, I'll give that to you.
Okay. I'm gonna make my pole strike.
You're gonna make
Just-
the what?
My pole strike.
You're
with
gonna
my
hit him
pike.
again just because?
Well, I mean, he didn't fall fast enough.
That's funny. Okay.
20.
Does a
25.
25 hit?
Yeah, his armor class was 11 or 12, so 12.
Ooh, 6 points of damage.
That's funny. All right.
I'll like walk in the room. I'll give him a little wry smile, and then just be like, "That's it."
Just like that. All right.
And then with any remaining movement I have, I'll just kind of move into the room deeper and see what I can see.
All right. Real quick, while you do that, can you get Jenny's camera link so that I can get her set up and get her in here? Because we can bring her into initiative as well. Bring her right into the hallway. There it is. There it is. Give me 1 second, guys. Boom.
I noticed that Jenny's water bottle wasn't empty. That's a problem.
All right. So he runs through there, screams. The dude's like fully convinced he was going to do something, and then he just fucking murders this dude, one-shots him, and then hits the body again because it didn't fall down fast enough. Ellis is screaming, doing those shit, world star, as she knows what's about to happen. Fucking drops this dude. And oh, hey, why is it doing that?
Oh, the visibility thing again.
Yep. Don't like that. All right. At that point, Poppy's character comes running downstairs. All you hear is raccoon feet running through. I'm going to put you at the top of the round, which is technically right now. So what would you like to do now that you're here?
I missed the last couple of things that everybody was doing. Does anybody need a healing round?
I'm good.
Crom looks not as rough as when he got jumped, but he's definitely taken damage.
Jenny, can you give me a sound check? Because I had to turn you up on Discord to make sure that you're heard.
Yeah, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, way better. Okay.
Okay. I have one issue with my D&D dealing. It's not showing me like my spell slots.
Odd.
Like it's like I'm not playing.
Are you in the right character sheet?
Yeah, I'm in my 2024 character sheet.
Oh man, it's always
Um,
something.
It's at the top of each level of spell, under spells. So it says first
Yep,
level on the
okay, I
left
got
and
it.
all the way
I
on the
got
right.
it.
There it is. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I am going to. Can I be close enough to touch Rom?
To touch him?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Your wounds on Rom. So I'm gonna put that
Okay.
this. How can I tell you? Level 1 or level 2 first? 2d8 plus 4 at level 1.
Okay.
Or 4d8 plus 4 at level 2. Crom. Like, are we really hurt?
You know, he's bleeding.
Alright, so we'll cast it at. I'm gonna cast it at level 2. Okay.
$31 points. Holy shit.
He's no longer bleeding.
That'll be my turn.
All right.
What an unfortunate thing for them to encounter. Crom is fully healed with temporary HP.
Okay.
All right. Next to act will be Ellis, and Jenny, your microphone is still kind of low and cutting out.
Sorry.
What would you like to do, Hotness?
Watch this dude get his ass beat. I'm gonna open another cell door. Let's go into another cell. See what happens.
All right. You make your way down 2 more cells, left or right.
Left.
All right, we're gonna roll. Evens, there's a guy. Odds, there's not. You go left. Odds, there's no one in that room.
Got my turn.
I mean, you have movement still.
I want to make my way to another cell.
Okay, you want to go across the hall? I'll give
Yeah,
you
let's
that
go
one.
across.
We just lost Jenny's camera feed. That's okay. She might be rebooting things. There is definitely someone in this one. He's going to make an attack of opportunity against you.
Okay.
You run in there and come on, D&D, do your thing. It's going to be a 9 to hit.
That does not hit.
You come in the room. He jumps out from behind the door and swings his scimitar. Ah, and nothing. Anticlimactic. He misses.
So I am gonna take my. Can I attack him?
You can.
I'm gonna take my inflict wound
Okay.
and I'm gonna use my mace, which is a 1d6. And then with the inflict wounds, the target takes 3d10 necrotic damage.
Hold on a minute. I have to look at your character sheet because
Okay.
it doesn't seem right to me. What level that you're casting at first level?
Yes.
Okay. You're right. So you have to make the melee attack first. So go ahead and make the melee attack using your mace.
Would it be the +6 with the inflict wounds, or?
Well, you rolled the attack first to make sure that you hit.
Okay. That's a 19.
That definitely hits. Now you roll your 3d10.
And that is 15.
You one-shot this dude. Down he goes.
That's what you get.
And teeth go flying.
I'm gonna scamper across the floor and gather them real quick.
Okay.
Like Mr. Krabs when all his money hits the floor.
Yeah, you can hit my nails on the wood like scampering. Yeah, like that.
That's funny. All right, Azula, you're next to act. What would you like to do? We're gonna move you guys down here so that you're further away from the top of the ship.
I hear the commotion and haul ass down there, but she had already dealt with it.
Okay, so you run into the room, and as you run into the room, you see her slithering quickly, frantically, like a crackhead looking through the carpet for a crack rock, picking up teeth.
It's a very accurate depiction, babe.
I mean, I may or may not have seen people doing that in real life at one point, and that's the idea that I have in my head for what you were doing, so I'm running with it.
That's definitely the vibe that Ellis is giving right.
Okay.
I
Carrie,
just
you...
kind of stand there. I just kind of stand there and look at her like, what?
The fuck? Okay, top of the round, Poppy, you're up. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Grom. Grom has to act. He has not done anything. It's his turn. Almost skipped him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep moving down. Well, is there anybody in this room that isn't dead and isn't a raccoon?
In the room that you're in, no.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue on down.
Okay.
Just like again, we're just looking out for threats
All right.
primarily.
We'll go ahead and give me a perception check. We'll see that you've moved in between two more cells. Give me a 15 or higher. I'll just put you right in a room with somebody.
No,
Nope.
just an 11.
You hear movement from one of these 4 cells over here, but you're not quite sure where it's coming from. This is going to be the theme. You're very good at combat, but you can't hear for shit, bro.
Somebody hit my ear, assholes.
Poppy, top of the round, it's to you.
So there's no visible combatants right now, right?
Nope. You guys are about halfway down this long corridor.
Oh shit. I really need to get used to my features. Poppy, you have 6 temporary HP.
Well, really? That's cool. Thanks. Okay, so I am going to walk down the hallway a bit with Crom and look in the door opposite to the side he looked.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check, because he's kind of standing in between 2 doors. He stopped because he heard something, and he's not sure which one it is. So let's go ahead and give you a perception check as well as you're listening intently to see if you hear movement. What you doing?
In about 20 minutes, I'm gonna want to take a break so I can take her out. Okay.
Okay. You hear movement in one of the cells. You're fairly confident. You're able to point it out to him if you would like, or to point it out to somebody else. Or you can just run in there and try to wreck shit if that's what you'd like to do, but you have an idea of where they're at.
Crom, I hear sounds coming from that cell. I'm not strong enough to kick a door in. And then that will be it for me.
Okay.
Because that's my entire movement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be it.
So these doors, as you guys are going down here, just so you know, I probably should have elaborated on that. These cell doors are not locked. Like, they're all open. This is not a very ideal place to hide, but there are people down here, and this is how they're choosing to operate. So, and again, they're low-level nobodies, but they weren't part of the other fight. So she points this out. Ellis, it's your turn. Would you like to try to come out and go into that cell, because you have enough movement speed that you could get in there?
Yeah.
Let's put you right on in there then.
I'll slither on over on my tummy since I'm already on the ground looking for teeth.
Oh, wrong roll.
More teeth.
You go into this room, and a dude, as soon as you go into the room, doesn't say shit, just swings a scimitar at your head. Does a 14 hit?
Well, I'm on the ground. I'm slithering on my tummy. Does he aim at the ground, or is he aiming like somebody walking through the door?
He rolled a 14. So does a 14 hit your armor class?
It hits me, yeah.
Okay. So he swings, he hits, and you take 2 points of damage. Not a very strong minion.
He's gonna hit me, and I'm gonna go, ah!
Crom's head
no.
will snap that direction.
I am dying. He has taken me. I'm gonna open one eye and look around the room and see if this guy's confused. Can I try to, like, illusion this guy and confuse him?
I mean, are you going to do that instead of attacking him? Because you get one action at your level.
Oh, I can just attack him?
Well, yeah,
That
it's your
didn't,
turn. That was an attack of opportunity because you
nice.
ran in on him. That was a surprise attack, so you get to hit him.
Okay. I want to hit him with a chromatic orb,
Okay.
and this will be
Ooh.
cast at level 1. And that is a nat 20 plus 6.
Okay, there's no way that you're not able to kill this guy, so how would you like to do this since he just hit you for 2 points of damage and you got overly dramatic? How does this kill look? Let's give them something to marvel over as Elith is killing somebody with a magical
Okay,
effect.
so it's gonna be like slow motion, and there's gonna be classical music playing over it. And she's gonna like swoosh her hands to create this orb as she's screeching this bird screech she's been doing to hype up everybody this whole second half of this fight. And let's make this lightning damage. And there's just gonna be sparks forming in this orb. And I'm gonna make eye contact with this man who just did 2 damage to me. And I'm just gonna blow it. And it's gonna gently float away, and then the moment that it impacts him, it's gonna fry him in this lightning blue electrical surge. And then he's gonna crumple to the ground, charred and slightly smoking.
And that's exactly how you kill him. That did it. Azula, it is your turn.
Yeah, but that smells lovely. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna notice a stank in the air and just.
Barbecue.
Does anyone want to hit the kitchen after this? Not for him, but I personally want some nachos.
I could eat.
Carrie, what is your character doing right now? There's still 2 more people down here that you think there's still 2 more people down here.
I'm gonna try to make my way past the human dust storm down there and move forward.
With your
Keep looking.
movement speed, I'm going to say that it'll allow you to get 1 more cell down past them. So you can make a perception check and see if you hear anyone. 15. You said you wanted to take a break in a minute, babe?
Yeah, so I
Okay.
can take Ivy out.
So Zula, you make your way to this door, and as you make your way to the door, you stand there listening, and you hear foot falls from both sides as 2 pirates come hauling ass out of each one of these cells at the same time. And they are going to get some attacks. It's not going to do a whole lot, but we're going to try to do a whole lot. Let's see. We're going to do 2d20 for advantage, which is going to be a 14 to hit. Does that hit you?
My armor class is 14.
Okay. Because you are not raging, it will not be halved, but that's going to do 5 points of damage from one guy. And then the other, and then the other guy is going to do 18 plus 3, 21 to hit, which I know hits. It'll do 4 points of damage. So you take 9 points of damage as 2 guys come out and at the same time swing their scimitars at you and both hit. I will let you attack one of them because you didn't actually make an attack action. You just came into an ambush. But you have somebody in front of you and behind you that you have to fend off right now. So you can make an attack against one of them if you would like.
I'm gonna swing my great axe at him.
Okay.
It's definitely gonna hit.
Do I roll one more? That it?
I didn't see what you rolled.
I rolled 18.
That hits. Gotta roll your damage. 10 damage. Almost kills this guy. He is fucked up beyond, like, bad. Bleeding profusely, but he's got 1 hit point left. He is still alive. Pro tip, as a new player, as a barbarian, when you get into a combat scenario, you always want to make sure that you are raging. Because if you were raging, you would have done an additional 2 points of damage, which would have killed that guy outright. I'm going to retcon your damage and say that you are raging, so go ahead and tick that box since you're a new player. We'll make believe, and we'll just go ahead and eliminate one of these guys. Make him invisible. Bloop, he did. Next to act is Crom.
Do I hear like a scuffle going on?
You see this. This is in the hallway. They're fighting in a narrow hallway between cells.
I'm going to stow my pike. And I'm going to charge that guy and try to grapple him and tackle him.
Okay. I will say because he is engaged with Azula, you have advantage.
And so this should just be an unarmed strike, right?
Yep. And a strength, just make a strength check. He's going to fail it. I have 0 strength modifier.
So it's a 22 to hit.
It hits. Ooh, I got
And a natural 20 on the strength
That's
check.
good because I rolled an 18. So you
I rolled a natural 20 and a natural 1.
Yeah, so you got him grappled. He's down and you're kind of on top of him. This was like a full-on mama's boy, water boy fucking love my mama football tackle.
And then, Poppy, you gain 4 temporary HP. Because I started next to you. And, I think that's technically the end of my turn.
Okay. That puts...
Actually, I'll drag him with whatever remaining movement speed I have away from him. And just be like, don't do that.
You're going to drag him down further down the hall, or...
Just away from Azula.
Which way, though?
So yeah, further down the hall's fine.
Okay. Just for flavor, we'll say that you hit him so hard that he came off the ground and landed 10 feet away and you on top of him that way. But he's definitely prone and you are on top. Roll some damage, because that's...
Do you want me to just roll unarmed strike damage?
Yeah.
7.
Okay.
I'm not sure why it rolls like that, but yeah, 7.
Okay, that almost knocks him out. He's only got 11 hit points, so he's pretty fucked up from that football tackle. As you hit the ground and you tell him don't do that, you hear in the very back corner there is actually a cell door that is closed, and you hear some shuffling back there, and that's where we're going to take a quick break because Ivy needs to go out. I need to pee and get a drink, so we are going to break time it.
Oh, you know what?
Okie
We're getting...
No, just do the be right back thing. Dope. Be right back, guys.
Jenna, if you want to box that up and just send it to me, that's fine. You know, I'll happily take one for the team. If you could freeze it though, because by the time it gets here, I will be several states away. I'm traveling the opposite direction.
So I am back. I want to interact with the chat. How is everybody's evening doing? Uh-oh, closed door, bring back up. Fuck my life. Whoops, LOL, send it. I play a druid in our campaign. I love druids. Druids are a lot of fun. Druids are the Swiss Army knives of D&D. Especially at higher levels, they just do so much. Can Apple Fritter get mod powers, please? Maybe. If I can find the mod. I have so many fucking windows open, guys. Bloop. Yeah. All right. Jenny's sweater. Oh, it does kind of look like a dinosaur. That's funny. Good playing World of Warcraft while I watch you guys. Watching you guys and relaxing a little bit. Movies with the lady tonight. I love all that. Love all of that. I was labeled useless in the beginning. In the beginning of a D&D game, you were labeled useless? That's not right.
Druids are legitimately some of the best characters in almost any setting.
Husband is on a trip to see family, so I'm out here not playing D&D this weekend. Our daughter's having her first D&D game tonight. I'm so excited for her. Shit, I'm excited for her. I fucking love that. That's super dope. We're supposed to be introducing a new character tonight. That's what the Pip Rogue should be, although it should say Nissa. I fucked that up. I forgot to change that. Let's see if I can do that while we're sitting here.
You just created a World Anvil account.
What's that?
It's for creating a new world session, or like it's for world building.
Nice. I gotta fix that. Should have said Nissa. How do I fix that? Let's see. Let's open Photoshop.
Rachel, we have not found Elora yet.
Nope.
Although we did find Drogo.
And did nothing. Just stepped over his fucking lifeless body.
I don't know what the fuck. I mean, people die. I just, you know.
Moonbeam said, how would you suggest making a campaign? Astrida said, my kids asked me if I will DM their game, hoping we can get... Yeah, dude, do that. DM their game. Fucking do that shit. As for how I would recommend creating a campaign, find something that you have a nerdum about, like something that you're super passionate about, and then rip as much of the story as you can from it to create your world, and then put it into ChatGPT and just be like, create a D&D game based off of this, and like it'll give you ideas. It's the easiest way to start a new from scratch. All right, let's see. File, save a copy, PNG. You guys get to see me doing shit real time over here.
I've really been thinking about either streaming or recording the world building.
That would be cool, and it would be something that a lot of people don't get to see.
Yeah, well, and I mean, it's, you know,
That would be
a learning
awesome.
experience. I don't know what I'm doing, so
World building is not hard. It's just time consuming. All right, let's see. Combat, main, working,
Okay.
3 combat.
I am back and have water and soup.
Hell yeah.
You're blocking the dinosaur, Jenny?
I'm sorry.
All right, let's see where we're at. I've never played D&D, but I'm going to be here and watch all of this until the end and see if I want to do it. D&D is a fucking blast. This is
Oh
one.
my god, I'm having so much fun.
Yeah, this is one of those things that I enjoy more than any video game I'll ever play. And it's the community and the camaraderie of it. It's a blast. Rachel said, I hope there is a bit more love lost for Alora. Me and Keon had a discussion, agreed with how he wants to proceed. Can Alora have a Viking funeral set off with her bow on a rowboat? I mean, technically could fucking sink your body with this pirate ship if they really wanted to get gangster.
Knew I should have taken one of those fire starting spells.
Yeah. Jay said, my husband and I have never played D&D, would love to start playing with friends. What would you all suggest for first timers? Just find a group and start playing. Get somebody that's going to be able to explain the process to you of what the dice rolls are and shit like that, and just jump into it. I hear all kinds of notifications.
Yeah, sorry, that's us.
Yeah, no worries.
I was watching playback of our previous D&D session, and I kept hearing the Discord notifications and checking my phone.
That's funny. Yeah, sorry about that. There's got to be a way to just turn off all the sounds. I don't know how to do that. Let's see.
On
Disability
Discord?
notifications. Just turn them all off. Boom. There. Now it shouldn't make any noises. Oh no. Oh god. Did I just leave the Discord?
No, you're
Okay,
here.
Good.
You're good. You're fine.
That's funny. Are you interacting with the YouTube chat more or with the Twitch chat? I'm interacting with both. I actually have both chats open so that I can see in case somebody decides that they want to super chat. I don't want to miss it because we actually have the ability for you guys to influence gameplay. So
Through YouTube, unless you change your mind on that,
through
right?
yeah, through YouTube. I don't know how to do it through Twitch because the things are not it's not the same. Fun Size Girl said, how do I find a group in my area? Look for local gaming stores.
Facebook, I would check Facebook too.
Yeah, oh yeah, Facebook definitely has D&D groups. Although I would do the local groups, like the local stores first. As a woman, I would be kind of wary about trying to get into a game with strangers because I would want to be in a public setting. Volp Knight said, we got 2 missing. We actually had a player character die last week, and then Drogo's character died this session because him and Rachel bought a house and they're fixing their home up and they weren't able to commit to the schedule, so we had to figure out what we were going to do with their characters. Her character dying was not planned, Drogo's was. So, I don't know if that Discord or Patreon command worked. I don't think I have any bot commands set up for YouTube yet. That's something that I have to work on, so for our mods on YouTube, I apologize for that. I will get there. My local group is 45 minutes away. Well, if it's 45 minutes away, I mean, if you play early enough, you have time. And it's not that bad of a drive. I guess maybe because that's just like driving from where we live to Sarasota. It's not a big deal for us, but they died last week. No, Rachel's character, Alora, died last week. She died in the crow's nest. For those of you who are watching that did not, I missed 1 week and people die. Sorry. Yeah, go back and watch episode 4. It was brutal.
Yeah.
Are we back? Everybody good? I see everybody's at their desks.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm eating, but I'm good.
Okay. All right, so you guys, he tackles this person, knocks them down into the hallway, lands on top of them. The sheer weight of him hitting that body and the deepness of his voice going, don't do that. You hear in the back corner of the room, the only room that has a door that is shut, you hear something shift back there. We are now not in initiative. And because we're finally out of initiative, you guys all got your level, which you should have been able to do. You should have done that before we went live. So you can go ahead and reset all your spell slots because when you level, you get to reset all your shit. Just don't reset your hit points if you are missing hit points. What would you guys like to do? I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the map since we don't need this anymore. Theater of the
Reset.
Mind.
Oh wait, are we level 4 now?
You
Or
are
are we level 5?
officially level 4 now.
Okay.
And I'm going to move this screen over so that I can see you guys while I'm talking, which will be super nice. All right. What are we doing?
We can't see. Did you say we're out of initiative
We
now?
are out of initiative. You guys have free reign to do whatever you want to do. There are no threats. I could have made you guys go through and take turn after turn to investigate to realize there's no threats left, but for the sake of time, there's no threats left.
Okay.
Did we finish off the last guy?
You did. That was well. I mean, he's
Okay.
You're laying on top of him. He's got 2 hit points left. So
Okay, I'm gonna reel
Crushed
back and
him.
I'm gonna cock him in his jaw just so he's dead.
okay, yeah. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. He's prone. You hit him. He's done.
Okay.
Real quick before we get into things, I see that people are talking about local gaming stores and playing D&D, and I want to stress the importance of safety. I know that there is a large nerd community, and for the most part, it is inclusive and it's safe, and that there are really good people in these communities. But do not make the mistake of assuming that just because somebody plays D&D or is a nerd, that going into somebody's home or into a private game is a safe bet. I did see somebody on Twitch say that their local comic book store does weekly Pokemon, TCG, MTG, and D&D sessions, and their kids go there. In order for a local gaming store to host a Pokemon tournament officially, they have to be vetted to make sure that there's no pedophiles that work there. So if you guys are going to local game stores to get into D&D games and things like that, and they host Pokemon games that are official sanctioned tournaments, just know that the people who work there are vetted. It is a much safer option than trying to find games online, and I just wanted to throw that out there because this is a passion of mine, and I don't want to see somebody get into a bad situation because they watch this and want to play D&D. So now that I've gotten that out of my system, what would you guys like to do?
How is everybody feeling? Do we need healing spells around the group, or is everybody in good shape?
I'm okay.
Crom looks tipped up.
I'm a bit.
Zora?
I'm a bit scuffed.
A bit scuffed?
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to cast Cure Wounds on Azula.
Okay. And go ahead and
I will
roll
do
that.
For 14. So I heal you for 14, Azula.
Thank you, puppy.
Oh shit, we got a super chat.
Oh.
It's not okay, it was for $10. It says his siren. I just found you guys last week and I'm binge watching season 1 while I work. You guys are so inspirational. Also, D&D is amazing. I know I love you guys even more now. His siren, because you sent the $10 super chat, you are going to affect advantage or disadvantage on a roll. So I would like you to pick one, and then I'm going to roll a D4 and assign it to somebody at random. So the next one of their rolls will have advantage.
Nice. Thank you for that. And
Thank
thank you for
you.
that super chat. I love getting messages like
Be chaotic. Give one of us disadvantage.
I mean, they could do that. We'll do it down screen. Else will be 1, Poppy 2, Crom 3, and Azula 4. She's advantage. All right, let's see. Roll a D4. Boom. It went to 1. Peaches, you have advantage on your next roll. All right.
my food just got here. I'm gonna go pick it up.
I'll go grab it so you don't have to get over the gate. You guys can figure out what you want to do.
Oh, thank you.
Last thing I want is you knocking the gate over.
If they don't, can you maybe grab a fork? Thank you. Oh. I think that one of us should probably go check in with the other guys.
What other
I
guy?
really want teeth, though.
What other guys?
The guys from our boat.
Oh, right. Right. This isn't our boat.
No.
You'll see Crom kind of look around like, I was wondering why this place didn't look fucking familiar.
We
Yes,
should also
this is
probably
not our home.
check the cells just to see if there's anything in there, and the bodies of the people in the cells. You never know what we might find.
Chris, did you
There's
say
also there's also somebody scuffling around in the back of the boat. Like we might
Yeah.
want to deal with that at some point.
Oh, there's still one more.
You
There's
guys,
still somebody making noise at the end of the boat. We may need to deal with that.
Rachel said, anyone who doesn't mourn my death gets disadvantage.
so what are we doing?
So there was a sound at the back of the boat. I want to loot these bodies.
Okay.
I also would
And
like to loot bodies.
I'm probably gonna do it in a different sense. I want to take teeth and body parts.
Okay.
In that same vein, I'm gonna head to the top deck.
Okay. So as you guys are looting bodies, you hear somebody in the back of the ship go, "Is there anybody out there? Can you let me out?" Peaches, what exactly are you trying to take off of these people? You just said body parts and teeth. Like, in reality,
Yeah,
you could knock every one of these things teeth out if you want to spend enough time trying to do it. So
So I want to take all the teeth. Yeah, I want to take as much teeth as I can. So like the teeth that can stay whole and intact that I can take from these bodies, I'm gonna do that. I want to take any wrists or hands that look healthy enough. I know some of these people might have scurvy or something.
The eyeballs.
The eyeballs. I want to take useful body parts that look like they're in a healthy condition that I can preserve for a later date.
how are you going to preserve it?
This fluid that I have in my jars.
All right. Go ahead and make a survival or medicine check.
Okay.
One roll, and we'll determine how much you get.
14.
We'll say that you get out of all of these body a total of 21 teeth, 6 eyeballs, and 1 hand that looks perfectly normal.
Nice.
I'm gonna walk to the end of the hallway and ask the person that's in this cell who they are and why exactly we should let them out.
Okay, so this is where we were supposed to have another player come in. They had a family emergency right before the game started and was not able to make the first session of their game. So as you walk down there and see this, you see I actually made notes. I'm just going to read the notes. Give me a second. Let me pull up that screen.
Ooh, shit. A nat 20 on the next roll.
Oh, shit. His siren. Okay, that goes to a D4 as well. Will one of you guys roll that for me while I pull this up, please?
I got you.
All right.
It's a 4.
Okay, so that goes to Azula. She gets a natural 20 on her next roll. And then Peaches has advantage on her next roll. Which we could have done for the teeth thing, but we didn't. Okay. All right, Poppy, as you walk down there to see this person, you see huddled in the far corner what looks to be a very small figure. It looks like a child at first. She's dirty, ragged clothes. Her clothes are torn and caked with filth, long purple hair. It's obscuring most of her face. And you get the feeling that these 6 guards that were down here were pretty much left here to make sure that she couldn't do anything fucked up. But they're nobodies. So they overestimated the whole situation, thinking that they were going to be able to easily take over the ship. And they left the nobodies down here to guard the one person in a prison cell. Asking her who she is, she tells you her name is Nissa. And in doing so, she moves the hair out of her face a little bit, and you realize that you were looking at a gnome. A very short, purple-haired gnome.
Well, that answers who you are, but why should I let you out?
Because they've been holding me prisoner. I've been in here for months.
Why have they been holding you prisoner?
Well, we had... See, this is... I really wanted to not do this. I was really hoping she'd be here for this.
Did you see my Discord message?
No, I saw it. Yeah, I don't think she's going to be able to... Oh, yeah, that's pretty genius. I have so many tabs. She tells you that she was part of another... damn, how much do I want to give with this? I don't want to ruin the story because I know the fucking story. She tells you that her and one of her other companions were on another ship. They were attacked by pirates. Her companion did not make it, and she has been held prisoner up until this point.
Am I able to hear this conversation?
Yes.
I'm gonna call everybody forward so that they can see the little, anybody who's still down here, so that they can see the little gnome thing, and we can discuss whether we're going to let her out.
Okay.
Do you call
All
it
right.
a gnome? Like
Yes.
when you're okay. I will immediately turn around. Ellis and gnomes, not a good combo.
I'm gonna start slithering rapidly
I
on my
didn't even
belly.
think about that.
I'm gonna slither rapidly on my tummy. And I'm gonna hit the door with a thud.
Did you say gnome?
And slide up and be like, a baby.
In the excitement of what's happening, you sliding up to the door and the wispy, deep breath scariness that is Elith. Nissa stands up and tries to make her way back into the corner of the cell and falls unconscious.
Oh my god.
And we lost Poppy's camera.
Oh, hold on. I'll reload.
No worries. The rest of you see the same thing that Poppy originally seen. What looks like a child, purple hair, extremely matted, dingy clothes. She's not well. Very malnourished looking, fucking sickly looking kid. Definitely not a kid.
I suppose we should probably take it with us.
I'm going to try to like fashion a baby Bjorn out of some extra fabric hanging off of me so I can try to coax this gnome into riding in my makeshift baby Bjorn.
Okay, she is currently behind a locked
She's
door.
unconscious.
Oh yeah, that's right, and she's unconscious.
Yep.
That's right.
So, are we ready to loot bodies?
Well,
I'm excited for the loot.
I mean, I'm down to, yeah, let's go, loot bodies.
As the DM, I'm excited for the loot. So you do find, in order to find the key, you're going to have to search bodies anyways, or you can try to break the door down if that's what you would like to do, but there are keys that you can easily find if you look. In the looting process, you guys got a lot. This is an awesome thing because you basically took over another pirate ship who has been looting and doing things. You find in all of your loot, I'm just going to run through everything. I don't know if somebody wants to make notes about this or if you want me to put it in the chat. I can put it in the chat.
I got you.
There is a pirate chest of plunder. This is a heavy reinforced chest, and inside you find 3,000 gold worth of coins. Total, it'll be 3,000 gold total worth of coins, pearls, and small treasures, gems, etc. This chest itself has a mimic-like enchantment that makes it look mundane to anyone who is not the owner. But now that the owner is dead, it's no longer attuned to anyone, so it looks like a fucking cool-ass pirate chest. But to anyone else, this would look like a normal fucking, like, traveler's old wooden chest. You also find a golden idol of the sunken god. Wait, are you guys... Does anybody have detect magic or identify? Should I just run through all of this shit, or do you want me to role play that out?
Just run through it.
Okay. You'll have to
Run through
burn.
it.
You'll have to burn spell slots for the magical items. Golden Idol of the Sunken God. This is a finely crafted gold statue depicting a long forgotten sea deity. It radiates a faint magical energy and is worth 2,500 gold. Though selling it may attract the attention of cultists. Didn't need to tell you that last part, but I did because you're going to cast Identify anyways, and I would have had to give you the information, so this is just saving me time. You find a crate of fine rum, aged barrels of rum, each worth 200 gold pieces to collectors. Go ahead and burn.
How many of those?
There is six barrels. I need you to burn one of your Identify spell slots for me, babe.
Done.
One of these has a bottle in it that is enchanted, and the drinker has immunity for poison, to poison for 1 hour after consumption. So there is a potion of poison immunity.
Okay, Zach, are you still making notes?
Yes.
Okay, dope.
You also find crimson silk sails. These sails are woven from crimson silk that look priceless. Gold value here is about 1,000 gold, but have to be hidden. I'm sorry. I need you to make another. This is another Identify. They have the hidden ability to make the ship harder to detect by hostile forces during nighttime. So this basically cloaks the ships at night.
Dope.
That's useful.
Bag of stolen letters. There is a waterproof bag containing letters between high-ranking nobles and merchant.
Oh, I like that.
Me too.
Somebody just make a note so that I don't have to lose this. This could be worth anywhere from 500 to 800 gold to the right buyer. We'll just leave that alone. Come back to that if it ever comes back to that. All right, magical items. Cutlass of the Sea. There is a +1 scimitar that grants the wielder advantage on attacks while on or near water. And once per day it can cast Control Water. There's another Identify slot burned.
What was the spell?
Control Water. How many Identify spell slots you got left, babe?
I got one.
All right. Captain's Spyglass. A magical spyglass that allows the user to see in darkness as if it were daylight and provides advantage on perception checks made at sea. You are now out of Identify spell slots. Does anybody else have Identify that they can cast?
I don't.
Okay.
I think I'm the only other spellcaster, right?
Well, Sarah can cast it, and so can Sister Evelyn, if you guys want to bring all this shit to her or bring them down here to identify these things. We'll say for the sake of gameplay and time, we can just do that. There's also an Amulet of Tides. This amulet allows the wearer to breathe underwater for 1 hour and gains resistance to lightning damage. Lantern of the Abyss. A black iron lantern that when lit creates a 30-foot radius sphere of magical darkness that only the wielder can see through. And it can be used for 1 hour a day. Map of hidden reefs. This is a magical map that shifts and updates, revealing the location of hidden reefs, dangerous waters, and secret coves. Provides advantage on survival checks when navigating. You guys got a lot because you guys basically took over a pirate ship. There's a whole bunch of shit here. The next one is... These are unique, mysterious items. Barnacle of the Encrusted Helm. This is a ship's will, like the helm of a ship, covered in barnacles. Once attuned, it grants the ship's captain control over the winds, which will basically allow them to cast Gust at will to aid in sailing. So you can speed up. This is how they were able to catch up to you guys so quickly.
Oh, that makes sense.
Barnacle Tome. This is... I'm sorry, were you say something, Zach?
No, I'm just typing.
Okay. Barnacle Tome is a waterlogged barnacle-covered spell book that contains several rare... I'm turning into peaches over here. My R's are now W's.
Oh, no.
Several rare water-themed spells, such as Watery Sphere, Control Water, and Maelstrom. The spells are slightly corrupted, requiring an Arcana check to successfully cast them.
What were the spells again? Watery Sphere.
Watery Sphere, Control Water, and Maelstrom. The Siren's Mirror, a handheld mirror that can cast Disguise Self, specifically transforming the user into a beautiful, alluring figure once per day. Additionally, it can charm humanoid creatures who fail a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw when they see their reflection. I'm going to try to put all of this into the chat on Twitch. I don't know if it's going to go or not, but the Drowned Medallion. This is an ancient medallion that has the power to summon a spectral pirate crew for 1 hour. The crew will perform basic ship duties, but will vanish if they take any damage. Once used, the medallion must recharge for a week. So for one day, or 1 hour, I mean, you can have a pirate ghost crew doing ship stuff that can make the ship function. I thought it was a pretty cool item.
Nice. I like that.
That is cool.
Thank you. Sea Serpent Scale Cloak, a shimmering cloak made from the scales of a sea serpent. It grants the wearer advantage on dex stealth checks while underwater and resistance to cold damage. These are just, the next list is mundane but useful items. These are all just cool things to have. Rope of Mending is a 50-foot rope that can repair itself if severed. Powder kegs, there are 4 barrels filled with black powder for cannon, which can also be used as a makeshift explosive. Tidal net, a net that expands and contracts depending on the strength of the waves, allowing it to catch more fish when used on a ship, and it provides advantage on survival checks for fishing when hunting sea creatures. Treasure Hunter goggles, these goggles allow the wearer to see through illusions and detect invisible objects and creatures within 30 feet for 10 minutes a day. This is probably one of the coolest, most useful items for a magic user in D&D, because you can put them on and it basically just casts sea invisibility. Ooh, almost knocked my drink over. For up to 30 feet for 10 minutes a day. So if you guys are in like anything where you think that there could be something invisible hiding or like illusionary walls, this will see through that.
Okay.
And then there's barrels of fresh water, dried provisions. There's enough supplies here for 30 days for a small crew. And then upon further searching the ship, you guys find an identifying glass, a staff of the Python,
Ooh.
ring of water walking,
Ooh.
a set of adamantine armor, serpent scale armor, and then in a separate locked chest, you find, assuming you guys can get this open, I'm gonna need somebody to try to open the chest before I tell you what's in it.
How do we try to open the chest?
Slide it. Well, so you would want to sleight of hand to try to pick the lock if you are proficient with a thieves' tools. Sarah, the rogue that's on your boat, that's the first mate of Kane, can absolutely get in here. She's a rogue, so you guys could utilize her if you want, or you guys can try to role play it and figure it out on your own. I'm good either way. I just don't want to do without you guys having fun.
I am not proficient with lockpicks.
Oh, look at Ellis and Poppy. Is this chest magical?
Detect magic.
I think it's just.
I don't know. I'm burnt out.
I'm going to set the chest on the ground and take my battering ram and try to bring it down on it.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, this is just a regular chest, so you hit this thing. Just roll a d20. If you roll higher than a 12, I'll give it to you on a first swing. Just make it easy.
14.
Yeah, you smash the top of this thing, and it fucking just caves the whole top of the chest in. Inside, there is a pair of gloves, a pair of slippers, and a journal.
We're yoinking the journal. Take the gloves and slippers for good measure, but definitely the journal.
All right, let's see if I can put all of this in the chat and see if it'll all fit into to Discord or Twitch. Nope, it will not. So it goes all the way to create a fine rum. Oh yeah, no, there's no way that that's going in there. Sorry guys, I was going to try to put it all into the Twitch chat for you. It's not going to go there. Just know that they got a whole lot of dope ass shit because of a pirate ship. These motherfuckers thought they were going to come over here and take your ship and add to their stuff.
Nope.
Yeah, sucks to be them.
Yep.
Oh, that's so much easier than what I did.
Yeah, I told you I could have put it in the chat for you. That's
I'm
funny.
deleting my shit.
All right, I'm gonna post it into our
It's
Discord
almost
chat
like a
as
note.
well for everybody that is part of our Discord to see, in case they would like to see it all. All right, it's in the ball pit for everybody that's part of our Discord.
Whoa. That's like a lot.
It is a lot, and there's a lot of money here and a lot of really dope shit. So
Yeah.
Ooh, close. Ooh.
Does anybody have a way to carry this shit? Or do we need to carry it, man? Like, I can do it, but God, that seems like so much work.
As soon as he says that, I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna walk back to Drogo's body, and I'm going to be that person that takes the bag of holding that I know he has.
love that, love that. I've been waiting for the Drogo Alora dead body shit to play out. So
I know he has that. We're taking that.
okay,
Sorry, Drogo.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm
And then I'm
gonna.
gonna hold it up, and I'm gonna be like, "Yep, I've got something to hold it."
Okay, I'm just gonna help her start funneling those items in there.
okay.
Oh my God,
Give me 1 second. I don't know if I sent this to myself. I can do that later. I don't need to do that right now.
The bag of stolen letters, is that like a sealed bag, or am I able to look inside of it?
You can open it.
Are the letters open?
The seals are intact. They've not been snapped, but they have been read.
Okay. And yeah, I'll just keep helping Poppy gather all this stuff up.
Okay. What were you? Are you reading the letters? Are you just looking in the bag?
No, I was just looking in the bag.
Okay.
Just curious.
Okay. All right. So what else are we doing, guys?
I am gonna head back up on deck and take note that Alora is also not with us anymore.
Okay. As you make your way back up to the deck, every once in a while, you guys below hear the ships kind of hit each other. Not hard enough that it's damaging the boats, but you can tell that they are still tied, and that, in the excitement of all of this, it's important to remember that you are still attached to two ships. Like the Albatross and whatever this ship is called is still connected. Right. Right.
Somebody grab the gnome on our way back to our ship, please.
I'll grab her.
I'm too small to carry the gnome.
Okay.
I'll grab her.
So in looting the bodies, you definitely find the keys. When you go in there, Carrie, and open the door to her cell, she is a very small creature, and she smells. Like you get the idea that, even though her piss bucket is not full right now, this room has probably not been very well maintained. She's not been taken well care of, and she is really in her own filth. So as the moment goes where you go to pick her up, you're like, ugh, fuck, and you pick her up, and you've got the grossness. You
Can I see this reaction? I haven't like moved at all yet.
Yeah, I mean, sure, you can absolutely see all of this happen.
I'm gonna take some rope out of my pack, and I'm gonna quickly fasten a loop around the gnome's waist and create like a handle for her to carry it.
Okay.
That way she doesn't have to get dirty.
Thank you.
I've seen Carrie get ick on her hands, and in the way that she acts, so I couldn't just let that go without, Go ahead and make me a Yeah, just I don't know, survival to see how well you tie this knot, because otherwise you're gonna pick it up and she's gonna fall out of it. Not a highest DC. Just want to make sure you know how to tie a knot.
12.
Yeah, you're good. It takes you a minute. You're able to fashion a bowline knot, tie her up. You're good to go. So, Carrie, you're able to carry this thing around like a small, like it would be no different than carrying one of our kids.
Did looting the bodies include the captain and the wizard, I'm assuming?
Yeah. Yeah, I just put it all on one list so that I have to go through and do it all individually. It's time saving.
All right. So I think we take the gnome, should we bring Drogo's body back to our ship with us?
Yes.
Crom, I think that's going to be a you job.
I will pick up Drogo.
Okay. You guys clear the ship, make it over to the other side.
Well, I wanna find Alora's body.
Well, I mean, there's 2 ships there. You have to search for it.
Oh, that's right. She's on our ship.
She is on your ship in the crow's nest metagame.
Yep,
I-
I forgot
I
about
ha-
that. thought she was on-
I haven't moved, by the way.
Okay.
I'm just picking up his body.
Okay.
I
ahead.
am going to head up to the top of the ship, like the ship that we're currently on, and look around for Alora.
Okay. On their ship, her body is not there.
And then I'm going to head back onto our ship.
Okay.
I'm just gonna follow Poppy.
All right. So Poppy and Ellis make their way back over. Azula is carrying the gnome, child-looking figure. Crom is carrying Drogo. When you guys make your way back over to the other ship, you see Kane and Sarah on the deck talking to Sister Evelyn, kind of running through the events. Kane is not happy. You see him
Pissed.
kind of, I don't want to say berating Sarah because he has a respect for her, but he's definitely playing the role of I'm the captain. You should have done your fucking job like I told you to kind of thing. Sarah is not impressed by the fact that he's pissed off at her, but she is impressed by his restraint. Because he is a captain and he's still treating her with respect, even though he is highly frustrated right now.
Okay.
As you guys are looking around the deck, kind of taking a survey, I need a perception check from all 4 of you.
Perception check.
Well, doesn't somebody have a nat 20 on this roll?
Technically, Azula has a natural 20 right away, and Ellis has advantage. So good call on that. I totally forgot. I'm gonna have to start making notes or putting like little things up there because
Well, I just rolled a dirty 20,
we get to roll again because you have advantage on. This is the first check that you've made since that super chat.
and that's 12.
Okay.
I rolled an 8.
You don't have to roll, Azula. You have a natural
Oh.
20. So,
Oh, okay.
so babe, you got a dirty 20.
Dirty
Okay.
20.
What about you, Jenny?
Oh, I got an 11.
Okay.
We're not perceptive at all.
Crom.
I got like a 7.
Okay.
Nope.
So
I can select my toes.
you guys, Ellis, you hear a wet sound like dripping. Azula, you see it. And as you look up to the crow's nest, there is what you would assume is a pretty decent pile, like a puddle of blood inside of this thing. And it's running down the mast. But because there's so much inside of the bucket, it's dripping from multiple parts of the top of the bucket. And you guys have found Alora.
Well, that's unfortunate.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of blood.
So, who wants to get her?
I got the
I'll,
gnome.
Carrie's like, I ain't touching it.
I'll plop Drogo's body down on our deck, and I'll start climbing the mast.
Okay.
Crom, I would consider using some rope to lower her body down off the mast.
Good idea. I was gonna suggest just pushing her.
Yeah, but then see, she's gonna go splat. Like that's like a lot of feet, right?
That's 100 feet.
Maybe we don't want her to splat.
You don't.
Good point.
Makes my job easy. But I
Just
can
warn me and I'll back
understand
up.
the respects of things.
I just don't want to wear somebody's brain, so I'll step a few feet back.
That would have been 10d6 of fall damage had you guys just pushed. I mean, she's dead anyways, but that's... I would have rolled that just to see how much damage her body took.
Just to see what it does.
Yep.
Probably soupy by now.
I mean, it might be at 100 feet. That's a pretty big fall. Okay, so you are climbing rough terrain on a ship's mast that's covered in blood, moving back and forth. It's going to take you some time to get up there. I'm not going to make you roll it because there is a ladder so that you're able to actually climb up. But it takes you a good 2.5, 3 minutes to properly climb up this thing because of the ichor and fucking grossness that is coming down the mast.
While he's climbing, can I kind of like eavesdrop on this captain yelling at people?
He's sternly talking.
Okay, can I? Okay, never mind. So he's not like overly dramatic.
No, he's being polite.
Or pissed about.
Can I walk right up to him and ask him if there's a bath on this ship for our dirty gnome and Crom, who's going to be disgusting when he gets down from there?
Okay. There is a way to bathe here. There's not like a bathroom, like a tub kind of thing, like a regular, a readily accessible freshwater tub. Baths are not something that they do on a super consistent basis while on the ship. Normally they just jump in the salt water and go about their life. But he can absolutely make a bath happen. For all those in the chat who's curious as to what that roll would have been, I just rolled it and it was 58 points of damage. I rolled it twice because the first time was really bad and I wanted it to be dramatic, so I rolled it again. So it went from like 18 points of damage or 19 points of damage, whatever it was, to a lot. Also, we just got a super chat, babe, from Rachel. She says disadvantage for Peaches for pushing me off or trying to push me off.
It was a suggestion.
That's funny. It also doesn't work that way because we have to roll a d4. Well, somebody roll a d4. We're going to go down the list one more time. Somebody else might have given somebody else a disadvantage.
Yeah, that might have.
2.
Oh no, Poppy.
Yeah, well,
It happens.
it happens.
Yeah, maybe somebody will give another super and it'll balance out with an advantage. Okay. In trying to listen to what the captain's saying, go ahead and make your perception check. 7. You can't really. He's being stern and fair, but you can't really make out exactly what's being said. You get bits and pieces. You hear things like, "We should have given over the list. Didn't want to kill everyone. You know, you shouldn't have went over to the other ship." No, he didn't say that, but all right. So now what?
So I'm gonna use another section of my rope to make a backpack to kind of get Alora into.
Okay.
And then tie it like around me so that I can wear like a backpack when I climb down.
All right. Just give me a sleight of hand just to see how well all these knots are going to hold.
7.
Oh, man. So you think you've got her backpacked really, really well. You get her on there, you hoist her up, your body is kind of there. You kind of shimmy to make sure that your human backpack is secure. And the moment you step out of the bucket and go down the ladder, she slips.
Can I make a reaction to try to catch her body?
You can. We're going to say she falls 80 feet. And if you do not catch her body, her dead body is going to take 32 points of bludgeoning damage. I'm going to go as far as to say that will absolutely just splatter her skull.
Okay, what would you like me to roll?
A sleight of hand to see if you can catch her, and then a strength check to see if you can actually grab on, and then a strength check to see if you can hold on to the ladder with disadvantage. Because there's blood and ichor and grossness. This is a whole fucking mess of things.
Okay, so sleight of hand. 17.
You catch her. Strength check to see if you can hold on.
Strength check or strength save?
We'll do a saving throw. We'll do 2 of them. First one is to see if you can hold on to her hand.
It's a 17 for the strength save. And then this one's at disadvantage.
I'll say you got the strength save. Yep, disadvantage on this one. Fuck, you may take some fall damage too. 26.
Double natural 20s.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Unreal. Of all the fucking times that disadvantage should have done something.
No,
you
don't do that.
Your hand starts to slip and like you go from one peg to the next and you're able to grab and hold on. You have a limp dangling body covered in blood, grossness, hair plastered to her face. It's kind of clotted and matted. You are holding on to the ladder with one hand and a body with the other. Now what would you like to do?
I'm going to kind of pull myself closer to the ladder and try to just get her in my arms. So it's like 80 feet further down, right?
Yeah.
Hang on, wait, pause. Can I cast like Mage Hand to try to like give him a lift?
The Mage Hand only has a 5-pound weight limit.
I've got this. So I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
So that should give me advantage on strength checks to try to like get a firmer grip here. So I'm gonna try to get her like in my arm so that I can hold her.
Okay.
And then finding myself in this precarious position, I'm gonna jump off and try to land on my feet.
Okay. Okay.
So roll your damage, do your worst.
Well, I mean, I think that you should make an acrobatics check first to see if you can land on your feet. Because you are coming from 80 foot in the air carrying a blood-encrusted grossness.
Give me just a second. What does this say? I have oh, that's in the grappled condition. Okay, never mind. That's a 13.
All right, you are definitely taking some damage. Before I roll this damage, I need you to describe to me how you're jumping down and how you're holding her and how your landing is supposed to look.
So I've got...
How are you holding her?
So before I jumped, so I like pulled her close to my body and I'm like just slowly working her up so that she's like even with my chest. And then I'm going to like be able to look down and I'm basically just going to jump back like 5 feet. And then I'm going to try to get my arm under her leg so that I can just like cradle her on the way down and then try to land on my feet as best I can. Almost like, I mean, I'm just going to try to soften the blow with like the shock of my legs.
Right. You said that you were putting her arm under your legs. How did you?
No, my arm under her legs.
So you're holding her like a baby.
Pretty much.
Like bridal style?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So here's how this is gonna go. The damage taken will be 31 points. Halved will be 16 points. You are going to jump down. You're going to hit, because she's covered in slime and ichor and the force of the landing, she's still going to come out of the ground and hit the deck. She's not going to hit hard enough that it was doing a whole lot of damage to her body. However, it hits hard enough that you guys all hear her tailbone break. Your knees are going to come up to your chest and hit you in the face. And that's where the damage comes from. You are so lucky that you didn't go through the deck with all of that weight. But with 16 points of damage, it doesn't fucking matter because Crom's got like super strength over there.
Yeah, I actually only ended up taking 8 points of damage because of all the temporary HP. I'm just gonna like slowly stand up and go, fuck.
You guys hear him stand up and you hear as like things that are popping shouldn't be popping. That was not the move.
I'm gonna golf clap. And say 7.5 out of 10. Should have done a flip.
Oh God. I'll kind of reshuffle Alora in my arms and go, well, if she wasn't dead before, she's probably dead now.
Yeah. Yep. All right, well, she's down. What are we doing now?
Looting her body.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
absolutely.
Gonna, I don't know.
Are you
Kiss-
just walking up to me and trying to like stick your hands in her pockets?
No, I'm gonna kiss her forehead and then stick my hands in her pocket.
I'm gonna try to like yank her away from you a little bit and be like, have some honor.
I kissed her forehead. What else shows more affection than touch?
I mean, at least let me set her down first.
Okay.
And you'll see me like not set her down very deliberately.
There are people in the chat saying, Elif, get the teeth. All right.
I'm gonna set her down, and I'm gonna ask the captain, what should we do with the other ship?
Okay, real quick, because in order of things so that I don't forget, when you do set her down, Ellis, you go through and loot the body. You find a pair of bracers of archery on her, gray bag of tricks, which has 1 charge remaining,
Okay.
leather armor, a longbow, and then her basic, water skin, torch, tinderbox, ropes, rations, mess kits, bedrolls, etc. All the normal shit that an adventurer would have, she would have in a bag somewhere. But the things that she has on her is going to be her longbow, arrows, dagger, gray bag of tricks, and braces of archery.
Okay. I am also going to take her teeth. And then I want her pointy ears. And then I would also like to take her.
I have a mechanical question.
I was wrong. There's 2 charges left on that gray bag, not 1.
Can I give a dead creature temporary hit points?
It wouldn't do any good, but you could.
Would it make it more difficult to harvest their body parts?
No.
Okay.
We're gonna need a whole bunch. Okay. God damn it.
Okay.
So he sets the body down. Ellis starts looting the body, looking for things. All I can think of is Debo talking about what's running pockets. Like, what you got on my 40, homie? Like, you just Debo'd her character. And then you're gonna knock her teeth out and cut her fucking ears off? Like, just nonchalant fucking going at it right on the deck of the ship in front of everyone.
Yeah, to Ellis, she's a black market doctor. Like, she does surgery in back alleyways.
Can I try to interject before Ellis goes to work?
You can try. I mean, she's just doing her thing over there.
I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulder.
Ellis also believes that being alive is just a transitional period, and that for a lot of people, dying is a mercy from living.
I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulder and go, perhaps we should do this on the other ship.
I'm sure there's a reason you're telling me this, so I'll just stop.
And I'll just kind of pat her on the shoulder, and then that's when I'll walk over to the captain and ask what we're doing with the other ship.
Okay, so I told you that we had orders to hand over documents in the event that we were trying to be boarded by pirates. Your group decided to go the opposite route. This ship is not my concern. This is something that you guys will get to determine on your own. We are going to be riding our ship through a hurricane in order to find Stormhaven. Having a second ship could be a blessing or a curse in that scenario. There will need to be repairs. We can find islands on the way to Stormhaven to repair the ship if you want to do that, or we can sink it. Ultimately, this is your prize. This is your doing.
My vote is we set it on fire.
We can't use a ship. Do you want the ship or not, Captain?
I don't know.
Set it on fire.
I'll look towards the rest of our party. Do any of you disagree?
Nope.
We are definitely going to want to pull all the items like the supplies and shit off the ship if you guys are going to sink it. So the captain starts barking orders to people below to start pulling all of the miscellaneous like food and
I'll
shit
like hold
over.
up. I'll hold up my hand. We have all the supplies.
Okay. Well, that works.
Which we should. We like pretty much crated up everything. Well, we put everything into bags of holding.
Okay.
And we have some things that may be beneficial for our journey anyway. But if you have no need for it, we can just sink it. I'll take care of it.
Okay. So how would you like to do that?
Punch. Hold.
Oh, we're actually we're just gonna set it on fire.
Jenny, you keep
With
taking
bodies
deep
on
breaths
it?
like you're gonna say some shit.
With the bodies on it? Because if we're going to burn it with the bodies on it, I would like to loot Drogo's body first.
I was waiting on that
I mean,
one.
aside from the bag of holding that I already stole from him.
Did I get his teeth already?
You
Or
did
we wait
not.
on that? I
You
don't
went
remember.
straight to Alora's shit and took all her stuff.
I'll walk over to Alora and go. We can give them a sailor's death, and
But
I'll pick up Alora and take her towards the other ship. On the other ship, Elith.
Yes. Yes. To the ship. For the sensitive ones.
Jenny, in searching Drogo's body, you find a Bloodwell vial +1, a Sky Blinder staff, a signet ring, and then his normal items that he would have on his character: bedrolls, torches, food rations, all that shit.
Okay. I'll make note of that after.
How are we destroying the ship? I mean, I guess basically, what are you guys doing to that extent? And then what are we doing after that?
Well, before we destroy the ship, Elith, I'm assuming Elith is going to work on Alora at this point.
Yeah.
Elith, could you help me with something? And
I can.
you'll see I'm like dragging Drogo's body over now that it's been stricken of all of its items. How good are you at flaying people?
Well versed.
I'd like to make a cloak out of Drogo.
Yes, fantastic idea. Yes. How
And,
soon would you like it?
Now. And you'll see
Fine.
I've already dropped his body and I have a dagger in my hand.
My eyes widen really big and I get really excited. And I want to like, I don't know, can I like 80s montage, like rapid speed fillet this body?
80s montage depends on rolls. Rapid speed
Yeah.
would also depend on rolls.
Yeah.
So you have, I wait on Jenny to get back because she can cast guidance, which will give you a D4.
Yeah, I want to like do this fast as fuck to try and impress Crom with my fillet skills.
Okay.
I'm here. Casting guidance.
Yep.
Spells. Guidance.
Oh. All right. Let's see if we can get a natural. I need somebody to roll a D4. If it lands on a 1, you guys just gave Peach a natural 20 to do the thing.
Somebody other than me. I feel dirty if I roll it.
And a
Okay, what am I rolling?
Just
D4?
D4, yeah.
The little pyramid looking one.
I got a 4.
Azula rolled a 1. Unreal. Well, you have a natural 20 plus a guidance, babe.
Word.
Talk about fucking timing on the way that can actually plan out. So you fucking take this dagger from him, super excited. How would you like to fillet the dragonborn companion that has been stabbed in the ribs and gutted during this, what you believe was combat? Now's your time to shine, babe. Let's go.
Well, you said that he was stabbed in the torso, right? And there's a gaping hole.
Yep, 6 or 7 inch slash.
So I'm gonna. Is it all the way through?
It's through his ribs. It didn't go like out
Through
the
his
other
body.
side. It's a dagger.
Okay.
So his internal organs are a little gross right now.
I'm gonna kind of like. I'm gonna skin him first. So like just straight down and kind of like open it up like a book.
Okay. Okay.
And kind of do like one cohesive piece for Crom's. Would it say cloak, or am I imagining that?
Yep, cloak.
Okay. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fold it into a mushy mess. But I'm gonna kind of like a fitted sheet and put it off to the side, and then get other useful things, I guess.
What are you doing about the hands and feet? And the head? Are you going to try to split it and remove it all as one like giant orange peel, or are you going to cut them off and treat it like an animal?
Yeah, cut it off and maybe like pickle them.
Okay.
Pickled dragonborn, you know? I can't
Jeez,
say I've
dude.
ever tried it.
Ah. Well, you were able to skin. That was fucking weird. You guys that was weird. Whatever. You just skinned the dragonborn. You took its hands and feet off. You cut its head off, and skinned it. So you have a human flesh suit.
Yeah.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
You better moisturize the shit out of that. What are we doing about claws and teeth, babe?
I'm gonna take the teeth. I'm gonna put them in their own little special glass jar, and label them as Draco's teeth.
Okay.
Very fondly written in cursive.
Okay.
And then the claws. Yeah, probably put into another jar of things. A different jar of their own, so I know what they are, and label it as well.
What a fucking game.
And I wanna try to take his heart.
I mean, with the 20 roll, that was for the cloak, the hands, the teeth, all of that. His heart is exposed at this point. Well, no, it wouldn't. It'd be behind the rib cage still.
Right.
So how are you gonna break the rib cage to get to the heart?
Hi.
Did anybody have a bone saw?
I'm still maintaining my rage, so I'm gonna try to brace the base of his spine and grab his ribs and just snap them away.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Strength check.
The first one's an 18, the second one's a 20.
Yeah, I mean you're able to pull it and fucking snap it right on out of there.
He's gonna do that, and at the snapping, I'm gonna go.
After all of that,
You've
you've taken teeth, you've
something.
skinned him, and
Yeah.
the bone breaking is what's gonna make you gag.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Really, Alice? This
like
is
a
the thing that
well-practiced
bothers you?
surgeon, without even like thinking about it, I'm just gonna like I'm handing off a surgical instrument, just like hold out the one broken rib, and then like it's not getting taken from my hand, so I'm like, what?
I'm gonna take out my bloody hanky from prior, and be like, put it here, please. I don't want to touch it.
So you'll take people's eyes, but ribs?
It's the
Are you-
sound.
Are you vegan?
I'm
Maybe.
pretty sure you still have a problem with the eyes.
Okay.
Have I?
Oh.
I don't know. It's the sound of it. Meh.
Okay. And I'll I'll set them on top of the hanky.
Thank you.
This is all happening on the deck of the other ship, right?
Yes.
As you guys
Yeah.
are doing this, you look over and see that the captain, Sarah, Sister Evelyn, a few of the crew member are all on the deck just watching all of this go down. And like some of them are talking with their hands over their mouths. And like you can see people like shaking their head. Somebody retches overboard. Like there's a whole lot of like, I can't fucking believe we're witnessing this. Can I get perception checks just to see if any of you might actually hear what's being said?
I would like to intentionally fail. I'm pretty engrossed.
Okay.
That's 10.
16.
Got it. 13.
You know how hard it is to find cool clothing in my size?
Azula, you hear as they're talking over there, you hear one of the guys puke and go, I'm so glad I'm not a member of that group. These guys have been dead for less than 5 minutes and they've just filleted them, cut their hands off, ripped their teeth out. I thought they were friends. What is going on? There's a little bit of panic happening over on the other ship.
I have a sudden urge to scream out, we have an opening in our party now.
I'm gonna gingerly fold up that rib and put it away with that hanky, and then just aggressively shove my hand to rip the heart out.
Okay. I just give it to you, babe. At this point, he's fucking dead. His ribs have been cracked open. His skin has been cut off. Down. She did not listen.
Bone broth.
Down. Good girl. All right, so you guys have essentially gotten your body parts.
Nice. Hang on.
I'm gonna go below deck.
On the pirate ship or your ship?
Pirate ship.
Okay.
The pirate ship. And I'm going to light a few torches, and I'm going to start trying to get the bottom of the ship to catch fire.
Okay. There is a lot of straw in the prison cells. That's what they were using for beds. So you have plenty of tinder to ignite when you're ready to do that.
Yeah, I'm just going to gather some up and try to find a good spot where it's got some, wood next to it that once the, between the torch and the hay, it'll kind of catch, hopefully.
Okay. What is everybody else doing while he's doing this?
I think I'm still with the gnome.
Are you still just holding the gnome? Don't
At this point, yes.
I'm just sitting on the railing of the ship, swinging my feet. I've watched all of this go down. I'm just waiting for Crom to come back.
Okay.
I'm gonna
gonna,
go back to the albatross.
I'm gonna shout to our captain that he might want to prepare for our boats to be away from this one soon.
Okay. He starts barking orders to start getting everything untied, getting ready to shove off, waiting on you guys to come over to finish undoing the final rope, give the boat a good push.
Crom, are you about done down there?
Are you on the ship asking me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just, and I'll take a couple of my torches and I'm gonna start catching it on fire.
Okay. And it does. I mean, it doesn't take much.
I'll meet you back.
There's lots of dry, like I said, there's lots of tinder down there, beds, things of that nature. It will catch.
I'm just gonna yell down, I'll meet you back on the albatross.
But sounds good. I'll be coming up the anchor.
And I'm gonna run back to our ship.
Okay.
I'm still maintaining my rage, by the way.
Okay. You guys make it to the other ship, and when you make your way onto the deck, the captain go ahead and orders them to sever the last of the ropes and push the ship away. And it doesn't take long, maybe 10 or 15 minutes before the other ship is completely engulfed. And it sinks. Along with all the people you killed.
I'm gonna dive into the ocean and climb up the ship when I come off of the other ship, so that I have a chance to like wipe all the bile off of me.
Okay, that works. You can absolutely go ahead and get clean that way.
So how do we scrub the gnome?
I'll clean up the gnome. I'll get a bucket of water off the captain or something.
Does somebody have
I'll make her all clean.
prestidigitation?
No, I do not.
I do not.
Is that where you cut off a finger?
I do. I have prestidigitation.
You can literally clean the gnome by casting prestidigitation.
Done.
Fantastic. Thanks for the help, Alice.
Thank you. Le stink, le gone.
All right, so you guys are free from the other ship. It is full on darkness now. There are pieces of ship still like sizzling as it's come apart in the water, so there's still a little bit of a glow over top of the water, which is kind of eerie, especially knowing that you guys just fucking murked, I don't know, like 20 people and desecrated 2 of your party members. But it's evening, so if you guys would like to eat, long rest, ship, whatever you want to do, at this point we are not. It's 100% up to you guys. This is what you're doing. I'm gonna stand and stretch for a second.
I'm gonna take Ivy out, and I'm no longer.
Okay.
I am also going to take a long rest.
I mean, I'm gonna take one too. I would like to ask the party if we're okay with trying to sell some of the magical items to the captain.
I think that maybe we should go through them all first and see if anybody wants anything before we sell them all off.
No, not all of them. Just the ones that would be advantageous for our ship to have. Like, the crimson silk sails might be valuable for us to have, especially to avoid like nighttime encounters.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Let's hash that out when we get back, so that she can be a part of it, because she just took the dog out. While she's doing that, I want to show you guys. We have a new shirt on the To Be Better website.
That's a lot of letters.
It is. It says put some gratitude in your attitude.
Okay.
And I love it, but it's on this in the store on the website for those of you who might be interested in a new shirt. You guys are going to have to figure out how to give the cleric 5%. That's something that needs to be figured out, but I am also going to get up and walk away because I need to use the bathroom again. I'm drinking a lot of water. Hydration check. We'll be back in a minute, guys. You guys are going to have to figure out magic items when you get back, babe. Is there any of that hash brown shit left?
No. Okay. I'm sorry. Come. Ivy.
I would imagine the captain will be interested in a great many of the items. The rum's always going to be a good idea for seafaring. But in particular, there's a captain's spyglass. That might be really advantageous for him. The map of hidden reefs would be interesting for him. The crimson scales that we talked about. The drowned medallion as well. Even stuff like the title net, if you could try to fish while at sea, could be really good to get like access to fresh meat. Yeah, Jenna, so the cleric technically gets 5% of everything. That's the arrangement that we made. The trouble is the majority of the value is in magic items. So we have to figure out the value of the magic items.
Can we just offer her one of the magic items?
I mean, we could just give her some of the gold and other valuables. Because the pirate's chest of plunder has 3,000 GP worth of gold coins, pearls, and other, small treasures. We could also give her the golden idol of the sunken god. But that's a lot.
That's going to be more than 5%, I feel.
Oh, for sure. But speaking out of character, I don't know that the cleric knows what all we took. Because we put it into a bag of holding.
Well, and that's why I was thinking we give her an item. Because she doesn't know what we took.
I mean, we could give her one of the barrels of rum. That would put the value of the loot with one of those being her 5% cut. That would put the value of the loot at 4,000 GP. Which
I'm
is
sorry, can you say
definitely.
again? I was reading a list and I 112% did not hear what you just said.
So if we gave her one of the barrels of the aged rum,
Okay.
that would mean that the total valuation of the loot would be 4,000 GP. Which is definitely undercutting it.
By like a lot. Because even just the things we have prices for here takes us to 55, 65, 73, 7,500.
And then if you
Just for the loot.
if you average out the magic items at like 500 GP apiece, that's probably well
They're trying
over
to figure out
10, 12,000.
Okay, you know what then? Maybe we should just give her the gold and the idol of the sunken god. That's 2,500.
That would mean that we're valuing it at 50,000.
Oh, because I can't math. That was very interesting. That was. Whoops.
We would need to probably like 600 gold-ish worth of value would be like an honest assessment. Honest-ish.
Well, then why don't we just give her 600 gold out of the plunder chest?
I mean, again, out of character, she doesn't know what we have.
I'm down a lie to her.
Again, I'm clarifying. This is out of character.
Crom is not going to let us lie to her. Fool is entirely too honest.
He is.
the fucking dilemma on Zach's face right now.
Oh, there's no dilemma. I know exactly what the fuck Crom would do.
I say we give her 600 gold pieces out of the pirate's chest of plunder.
I don't believe we partially paid the cleric. The cleric is just owed 5% of all future loot.
Right.
Yeah.
We paid her down payment like in full.
Yes. But then that would be 5% of what we just collected. We can just give it to her now, and then we don't have to worry about it later.
I like that idea.
So like a rough valuation is somewhere in like the 12 to 15 range, probably. Which would mean that we need to give her like six to 750 gold.
Is that not what I just said?
Yeah. I'm reworking it out in my head in character now.
Okay.
Are we interested in trying to bargain with our captain for some of the items that may be beneficial for our ship?
Well,
What do
unless
you mean
anybody.
bargain?
Well, I don't know that I necessarily want to just give him shit, but like the Crimson
you
Silk
mean like
sails.
right. I mean, I'm down to bargain. They didn't fight anything to get that. Why would we just give it?
I'm down for selling what we can to the captain, provided he'll give us a fair price for it.
Also, what are we doing with the gnome?
We're going to clean up the gnome, put her to bed, wait for her to wake up.
Okay. I'm gonna watch her tonight. It is a her, right?
Yes.
I don't know. It's a gnome.
Is that like readily apparent? Like I'm not doing a body check or
No,
nothing,
you can
but,
tell
like,
it looks
okay.
it looks like a small girl, like a small human child, but she's a gnome.
Okay.
So,
I'll watch her tonight.
So just to, I guess because it's 8 o'clock, we can go ahead and start wrapping things up. I just want to real quick. The captain's not going to want to buy any of the items that you guys have unless he can get his ship out of here. This is almost a suicide mission trying to get you guys to the island. So buying any of the type of the magic items from the pirate ship for his ship, knowing that he's got to somehow get you to shore. You guys would have to really convince that, and I'd have to figure out how much gold or whatever the ship would actually have on it because of what you guys are trying to do. In terms of the Stormhaven mission. The situation with Pip, this is a great place for us to end because after a long rest, everybody's going to be healed and you guys can try to revive her, feed her, nurture her, whatever. I think that would be a really good idea to wait for Missa to be here for that. And then other than that, I think this is actually a pretty decent place to stop because I feel like we'll have probably another random encounter between now and the time you guys make the island. And then the island gameplay changes the gameplay yet again from sea travels to Underdark, actual jungle, temples, puzzles, etc. So are you guys good with ending here tonight?
Yeah.
All right. That way you guys can figure out what you want to do about the treasures and shit in Discord so that when we sit down next week, we'll be ready to go. We can figure out what we're going to do about Nissa, and then I can start planning another encounter for next week.
Nope.
All you guys who joined us tonight on YouTube and on Twitch that actually stayed the entire time, I salute you. I know that this has been kind of all over the place. It's been fun. I'm glad that you guys are hanging out with us while we play this game. We would be playing it whether you were watching or not, but knowing that people are invested in our campaign is a lot of fun for me. So speaking on my personal gratitude in this, thank you for watching me DM all this shit. I think it's a blast.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Before we end, can I inspect the Elith's workmanship on the skin?
I mean, other than the 6 to 7 inch hole that was stabbed through it when he was stabbed, it's perfect. Like the cuts were right where they needed to be. She did a really good job skinning this thing.
Okay.
Anybody got anything else they want to do before we wrap up tonight?
I'm gonna
Not
let
that
the
I can
gnome.
think of.
I'm gonna let the gnome sleep in my quarters.
Okay. What'd you say, babe?
Not that I can think of, no.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Well, now that we're out of game, I just want to point out that Drogo was murdered by the first mate and nobody checked to fucking see what was going on or who killed him or why or.
I
I mean,
didn't check.
how would we figure out who killed him?
I didn't check the body, and nobody said anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't even know how you would have done that. I just threw that in there for flavor because it was a full like circle thing because of the whole peasant comment, and I enjoyed that. So
I mean, I inspected the body and there was like no note left by.
no
Fuck
note.
you for calling me a peasant. Karma, bitch. XO.
That's
Well,
funny.
I figured we killed them all anyway. It didn't matter.
Yeah, I really just wanted you guys to know that it happened. So, and when I had you roll perception checks, it was because Sarah followed him over to the other ship, and I wanted to see if any of your characters would have seen it. But she's a high level rogue, so it would have been hard to see anyways. But it was fun for me, so that was my highlight of the evening. Somebody said that I was painting minis for 3 hours without even realizing it. You guys are fun. So thank you for that on Twitch. I'm glad that you guys are having fun. With that being said, guys, we're done. We'll see you next Saturday night.
Hi.